everybody, how's it going? Geekling here. Oh boy. A rare Monday stream today. Since I have some extra time now, I am streaming today instead of Wednesday. Wednesday got busy, so I was like, hey. But hello. I hope you are all doing
tongue?
well.
I just tell it like it is.
It's been a long day for me. I've had to do a lot of work
their problem.
stuff. I tried to call my boss about something and she didn't answer, and I wrote notes for the phone call and everything and she didn't answer me. And then I had to send a voicemail. Honestly, you know how it be. And I had to send a job application somewhere else. There's a lot going on. A lot going on today. I'm melting in this heat, but doing good. It's hot where you are. It's just really rainy and sad where I am currently. It's not crazy cold, but like, it's just bleh. But I am glad you're doing good.
There's no need to exchange pleasantries.
Okay, so today, we're playing Cloud Retainer's quest, or Xianyun, is that how you say it? Xianyun. Her quest, because it recommends that you do that before Lantern Rite, which we'll be doing Lantern Rite next week, probably. 92 degrees. Holy smokes. You must not be above the equator. It is not 92 here. It's like 50. 50 and rainy. So, not great combo. But yeah. So, I honestly, this is the first quest that I honestly am not excited to play in a long time. I might get murdered on the spot, but I am not a big Cloud Retainer fan. I don't know. I don't feel interested in her, and she talks a lot, so... Also, the jazz music stops. I'm sorry. I think her visuals are cool, and I like her playstyle, but, like, her personality... And the thing where she goes one must, like, instead of I know it's, like, unique characterization, which whatever, you know, but I don't think they meant for it to be annoying. I think it might just be me, but, yeah. That's why I'm skipping her. But yeah. But we're still gonna play it because it's new content, and we're just gonna experience it together. Also because I need to have someone else with me so that I don't lose my mind. Yes, we do all have our favorites, and I respect you if you like Cloud Retainer. Someone has to like her, you know? So it's fine. But yeah... I'm just waiting for Madam Ping to be playable, personally. Imagine the Xiao mains that hate her. Ouch. Oh, yeah. I know it. Oh, exciting news. Today I actually triple crowned my Wanderer. So, he's now triple crowned, as he should be. The brat is fully built. Yippee. It took so long. I swear the drops on the bosses are terrible. The weekly bosses. I've been doing this for, like, forever, and it's like, no, no, no. And it, like, refuses to give me Dream Solvent, too. I'm like, why would you do this? I need to create Courage and Triple Crown my favorites, too. I know. I have, like, 15 crowns left, so I'm like, I need to give them to my faves. Nuviolette, I'm actually close. I have 2 more... 2 more upgrades for Alhaitham, and he'll be triple crowned, and then the next one's gonna be Nuviolette, so...
Do you still remember the first
But
time
I have to
we
fight
came
the
here?
seahorse.
We brought
I gotta
offerings
level
and everything.
Nuviolette up.
And when we told her that Rex Lapis had been assassinated, she immediately threatened to squash Liyue
Man,
Harbor.
a quest that has
Paimon
both
bet she'd be
Paimon
impossible
and
to
Cloud
get along
Retainer.
But now that we've spent some more time together, she's really not like that at all.
Yeah.
We probably don't need to bring any offerings now that we've gotten to know her pretty well, right? Still, Paimon's got some snacks around here somewhere, so if she really wants something, we can just use that.
Okay.
Traveler, did something catch your eye?
You see, she's human.
What a pretty lady. Is she also here to visit Cloud Retainer?
Oh my gosh. Who could it be? I really like her hair. I will give her that. I like her hair. The one thing that bothers me, though, is I don't like how she has, like... I liked the concept arts where she was mostly white better. Like, she had mostly the white instead of the brown. I just think it looks more like Cloud Retainer.
Yeah, you're right. All it takes is one look and you can tell she's someone special. As expected of that bird lady, really. She must have a whole bunch of Adepti friends from all over the country.
Yes. Didn't see those. I'd recommend not looking them up. You might feel disappointed.
Okay, but if we're both friends of Cloud Retainer, then we're basically friends by association, right? Want to go up to her and say hello?
All right, you do it.
You make more connections is a part of Paimon's job as your reliable guide. Paimon's got this.
All right.
Hello.
I'm so excited to just watch these two talk and not participate. Man. Hello.
Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Just say everything nicely, Paimon. You're talking too loud.
Paimon doesn't think
Louder
we've
than
met,
normal.
but we're also friends of Cloud Retainer. May we have the pleasure of learning your name, Madam Adeptus?
Cloud Retainer.
You two... What is this tomfoolery? Has the shift in form so clouded your eyes that you no longer recognize one anymore?
Here we go.
Wait, you're
Cloud Retainer. Yes.
you're the illuminated bird? But you look human. How did that happen?
Paimon, we've seen Adepti change, like, well, we know that Adepti can change forms, like... Testing me.
Oh, donning human form is scarcely any test of one's abilities. As for your confusion, one merely had no reason to indulge such inclinations before.
Yeah. I feel like at least her tone of voice is a little better in human form. It was, like, pretty obnoxious in the bird form, but... she's still a know-it-all.
So, you're indulging now because?
Because she feels like it.
Well, one has made plans to pay a visit to some disciples at Liyue Harbor. Taking on a human form for such a trip is simply a way to make matters less conspicuous.
Yeah. I'm so happy to see her in a human form. I definitely like looking at this better than the bird. So, I'll give her credit there.
You? Worrying about keeping a low profile? You're the one who likes to pop up out of nowhere all over the place. In fact,
I just think it's sad that we got robbed from Moon Carver and whatever that other guy is. Mountain Shaper. They're like, no, NPC. Like, okay, sure. It feels like Cloud Retainer has her reasons but doesn't want to discuss them too openly. Cool. Alright. Paimon brought you stuff.
Hey, didn't we agree not to bring that up unless she asked?
I'm sure they'll get playable one day. No, they've got official NPC forms. NPC forms.
Oh? So you have taken care to follow the proper rules of etiquette after all. Most commendable.
I just want Madam Ping. Please.
Well,
Don't lose hope. Maybe they have another human form.
One has never found oneself lacking in basic comforts. On the contrary, it is the gesture that one values above all else.
Yeah.
So long as you've shown proper respect and consideration, the quantity or quality of the gift is but a trivial matter.
Yeah.
That kinda makes Paimon feel a little guilty for trying to keep them for herself. Anyway, where were we before you reminded Paimon about the gifts?
Cloud Retainer said something. I don't know.
So by disciples, you must mean Ganyu and Shenhe. It's also been a while since we last saw them. Maybe we can come too.
Yeah.
One planned to extend the invitation even if you had not raised the matter yourself. Shenhe and Ganyu should be quite pleased to see you again.
I like the modeling of her face and hair and stuff. I think it looks nice. I think they're kind of upping their model
However,
quality
one would first
game.
inquire as to the reason behind your visit here. You have cause to seek one's company?
No reason. We're literally here for no reason.
Yeah, we just
Which is
found
great.
ourselves missing you and wanted to see how you were doing. We were hoping you'd tell us one of your stories. Who knew we'd run into your human form while we were at it?
Is that so? If there are no urgent matters at hand, then let us make haste for Liyue Harbor. Ganyu is likely still working at Yue High Pavilion, so that shall be our first stop.
My commentary is gonna be so good on this because I definitely care a lot. Yeah. I care a ton, actually. More than I've ever cared about anything.
Ganyu has been quite busy with work as of late. One can count on one talon the number of times she returns to
Yippee!
Malcolm each year. Shenhe has also secured employment recently. In her
Yo,
correspondence
employment?
with me, she wrote that she shall have no need to return for the foreseeable future.
I don't blame her.
Did they think one was so easily mollified? One shall investigate everything with one's own eyes and decide for oneself if their living conditions are satisfactory.
Yeah. Alright. Let's do it! We need more characters in the conversation that's not just the two chatterboxes. Please, I'm begging. Variety. It's
We're almost at Way
someone.
Pavilion. Hey, do you think Ganyu will be shocked to see Cloud Retainer like this?
Not really.
Guess we have no idea if Shenhe and Ganyu have ever seen her in this form before. Wait, where did she go?
Oh my gosh, we lost her. She didn't come with us.
Why aren't you standing there, Cloud Retainer?
I thought that she was gonna be farther away. It's like, hey, where did Cloud Retainer go? Literally like 3 feet away, Paimon. Cool your jets. At least Star Rail is getting some handsome males. Oh my gosh, you are so right. Man, I am so in danger. Every single Penacony character I want. Desperately.
Quietly.
I can't wait to play
One
more
shall
tomorrow.
stay here. You two can go and meet with her.
What? You don't want to come with us?
But why? Isn't it better if we all go together?
You're afraid Ganyu's gonna call you ugly. Is that it?
If one were to proudly proclaim one's presence, Ganyu would surely profess herself otherwise unoccupied and drop
There
everything
she
to
is.
attend to one's visit. One fears that would only result in her staying up all night to make up for lost time.
Mm-hmm.
One does not wish to trouble her. Conversing vicariously via you two shall suffice. Do remember to inquire as to her recent well-being. Again, do not mention one's presence here.
I love the range of emotion in these models' faces.
Alright then, we'll just pass on your regards and...
I swear every time I swap
Cloud
between...
Retainer?
Oh, okay. You failed. Every time I swap between, like, Genshin and Honkai, I always, like, seem like I'm such a big Genshin hater. I swear I'm not. I swear I don't hate Genshin.
Oh,
It's just that Star Rail is so good, you know?
Is that lady?
And this game
someone
has
you know,
Paimon. No, I'm just
Ganyu?
kidding. Oh. I am a Paimon hater. Sorry. She has good moments, but, you know. It's all good, we know you. Yes. I wouldn't be a hater without reason.
I'm sorry, Xianyun, but could we delay the upcoming meeting for a
Like,
little
realistically, this is higher
believe my
quality than a
schedule
lot
today
of
is
games,
quite
and I know
full.
that. I know that.
Although, perhaps I could move some work to later in the evening.
Uh-huh.
Oh, not to worry, Miss Ganyu. I'll make the necessary arrangements right away.
Man, we've ruined everything.
Thank you, Xianyun.
Hey, Ganyu.
It's been a while, Ganyu.
Greetings. What brings you here today? And Cloud Retainer, too. It's been quite some
Yeah,
time
it kind of
since
makes
I
sense
last
that
saw you
Ganyu
in
has
this form.
seen Cloud Retainer in this form before. Because she's, you know, she's pretty old
You
herself.
are quite mistaken. One is not acquainted with this Cloud Retainer of whom you speak. One is simply a mere mortal passerby.
Yeah, there's only one person who says one like that.
Huh?
Seems she's not buying it.
It's really
That
obvious.
was but a simple test. One did not expect you to be able to recognize one
She's
so
coping.
easily,
She's high-key coping.
Especially after so many
Just
years
you
of
wait
only
until
seeing
Withering
one's
Waves
other
releases,
form.
then everyone will be a Hoyo hater. I am so scared. Man, every single thing I see about it, I'm like, oh no. I can't download another gacha game. I can't do this. Ugh. Ganyu looks totally bewildered. She's thinking, why wouldn't I recognize you? I used to see you every day. How bad do you think my memory is? Yeah, literally. Imagine not recognizing
But
your mom.
recognizing
Exactly.
you is, my responsibility as your disciple.
Yes.
An apt observation. One was simply passing by while attending to some important business.
I'm safe. Nothing I
One
saw
thought it
impressed
would
me
only
yet.
be fitting to pay you a visit while in the area.
I've seen some, like, animations from it, and I'm like, ooh, oh no. The models are really pretty, too, so, yeah. I mean, it's really gonna depend on the story and gameplay for me, like, whether I stick with it, but, it's getting into dangerous territory.
Wait, Paimon wasn't aware of any important.
I already forgot.
Cloud Retainer's right.
Pretty men,
Still got
exactly.
something super important to do, so we can't stay here for too long today.
Oh, is that so? But it's been so long since we last saw each other.
Great! Now you've made her sad.
One simply desired to see you and had no intention of interrupting your work. A quick conversation should suffice for today. A more involved reunion should wait until you find yourself less occupied.
That's never Cloud Retainer.
I understand. That should be fine.
While one acknowledges the amount of work that you have to deal with every day, one must also remind you to rest. Though Adepti blood flows through your veins, excessive exhaustion will still cause grave harm to your body. It still makes one nostalgic to see you as you are now, respected and independent. When you were young, you oft begged one to cuddle you to sleep when you suffered from nightmares.
Embarrassing.
Cloud
Embarrassing.
Retainer, stop!
If you insist. We are running short on
Well,
time
that'll make the
regardless,
conversation
and
end.
one will refrain from going into each
It's
and
one
every
way to do
story.
it.
Why don't you continue your conversation? One shall simply stand by and listen.
What are we talking about again? Oh, we're just telling her about
Wow,
our
You've been
existence.
to so
Cool.
many new places since the last time we spoke. If you ever need anything, please just come find me at Uehai Pavilion.
Okay.
Also, forgive me for my presumptuousness, Cloud Retainer, but if you plan to continue appearing in this form, don't you think it'd be helpful to adopt a human name?
I was thinking the same
A
thing.
human name? Huh. You raise a valid point. Considering the sheer extent of one's renown, Cloud Retainer is surely too recognizable as a name.
Yes.
You really think so?
Yes.
Not that you're not famous or anything, but that famous?
Paimon. Paimon.
To know the extent of one's illustrious achievements. One would hardly think such a thing to be possible. Nevertheless, Ganyu's advice cannot be ignored. From this point on, when in public occasions, be sure to refer to one as Xianyun.
Okie dokie.
Xianyun?
Ah, I assume that's a reference to the full record of Pristine Pavilion.
Yes, I know what that is.
An adeptus of years past would rise with
I
the
don't,
clouds
I don't.
and
I'm
rest
just
with
trying
the
to-
moon. They were
I'm
enlightened
trying to be
and wise,
included.
free and unfettered. The writer referenced Master's name to describe her carefree and spontaneous nature.
Wow, spontaneous and carefree? I don't think so.
That sounds super cool! Paimon feels like only the most powerful of Adepti could rise with the clouds and rest with the moon.
Actually, those lines were originally written to describe Cloud Retainer herself.
Yeah.
Huh? Wait, so you're really that powerful?
She's an adeptus, Paimon. Paimon, I swear she's got no brain cells. Like, there's not a thought behind that head. Like, come on. Paimon, how long have we been traveling in Liyue again?
And what of it? Did you truly take one to be nothing more than a bird of bigger than average size?
For real.
Not exactly.
Yep,
To be fair, Cloud
Head
Retainer
empty,
rarely
stomach
speaks of her
full,
past
but
accomplishments.
never full enough.
The tales of her past can only be found in ancient texts.
Yeah.
It is said that once, a long, long time ago, there was a severe drought in Liyue. Left with no choice, many people left their homes.
I am
while
left with no
others spent
choice of
day
wondering
and night
whether
praying
all
to
this
the
dialogue
Adepti.
is going to be relevant.
Although I did not live through such tragedy, simply reading about it is enough to gain a visceral understanding of all the pain
Yes.
and desperation during that time.
Ah,
On top of the drought, a noxious gas also began to spread through the land.
not the noxious
Not for
gas.
Cloud Retainer's efforts, much of Liyue would be nothing more than a barren wasteland today.
Okay. Good to know.
The books had this to say about what happened.
Oh my gosh, there's more to say? You don't say.
Upon arrival, the Adeptus borrowed the wind to
I already
retain
feel
the
like I've been here for a
clouds.
million years.
Quickly, the clouds gathered together, and abundant rain burst forth from the heavens.
Yeah.
Drought and plague were both driven away, and the people were saved.
Great.
Wow. That's incredible!
Wow.
Mortal records add embellishments to dramatize past events.
Stay strong.
This merely would
I've
be
only been
odd.
going for like
And
20
if
minutes.
one had not interceded, the other Adepti would surely have stepped in to help.
Even so,
Yeah.
you stopped an entire drought! Can you really control the weather like the book
Okay, so if it were me and I had to have all this dialogue, I would have the drought come back. And that's our goal. That's good writing.
Paimon said it
Otherwise,
with a lot
this
more
is all
respect
just
for
for
you.
nothing.
So it was Paimon's bad for calling you Illuminated Bird before. You're not too mad, are you?
How laughable. A name is but a simple label we carry with us on our journey through the world. Why would one be offended by such a trivial matter?
Honestly, she's like, as much as I'm like not interested in her, I do like how she shuts down Paimon. That gives her some points. 'Cause Paimon is
In that case, Paimon will continue to call you whatever feels right in the moment.
Well, that is quite enough ancient history for now. Ganyu, have you had word from Shenhe?
You see how literally that whole conversation could have just started here. After it was like, you guys can talk. It's like, okay, Traveler tells Ganyu about what we've been up to. Ganyu's like, oh my gosh, that's great. Yada yada. And then Xianyun's like, okay, have you had word from Shenhua? Like,
One
did
has
we,
heard that
like,
she
of course
procured
we
a
know
job
Cloud
recently.
Retainer's strong,
Have
okay?
any thoughts on her workplace? And what, pray tell us,
Show
might
not
be
tell,
remuneration?
Genshin. Come on.
Moreover, does she find herself overly inundated with work? Is she allowed time off during Lantern Rite?
That is a lot of questions.
Paimon, shush, you're one to talk.
There is no cause for concern, Cloud Retainer. I introduced Shenhe to her employer personally.
See, I'm more interested in this topic because it is actually progressing the story.
The ramen restaurant's business has been booming recently. So, with Chef Mao being swamped with customers,
Yes.
and Xiangling still often out in search of new recipes, I introduced Shenhe to staff the restaurant.
Is she friendly enough for that?
I see. Most excellent indeed. One has had the pleasure of being introduced to that family. Xiangling is kind and astute, while her father is loyal and reliable. One has no cause to believe that they will make Shenhe's work difficult.
Yeah.
Now, it is almost time to partake in the victuals of noon. One shall visit Wanmin restaurant in person and see how Shenhe is doing.
Great.
Huh? But didn't you just say that you had something important to do?
That was it, Ganyu. Put the pieces together.
Can that wait until after we've eaten?
You may return to your work, Ganyu.
Bye-bye.
One shall see to this matter on one's own. There will be many an occasion to dine together in the future. One is certain the opportunity shall present itself most readily.
Of course, Cloud Retainer. Please take care. Traveler, Paimon, I'll see you some other time.
Alright. We could have cut that conversation down by 5 minutes, but
Paimon was pretty quick on the uptake there.
nuh-uh, Paimon.
As soon as you mentioned important business to attend to, Paimon realized that you were just looking to cut the conversation short.
Was that
and
short?
not take too much of Ganyu's time.
Was
Is
that
Paimon
short?
right?
No.
In what
fact, it
world was
not
that
an
short?
excuse. One is indeed visiting Liyue Harbor for an important purpose.
Wait,
Man.
The moment is not yet upon us. Still, the truth will be revealed to you in time.
I feel like I'm more sensitive to like draggy dialogue
really
because I
seems
write
to be playing
comics.
up the
I'm
whole
like,
mysterious
you
and
can't be
darkest thing
wordy
right
with
now.
comics, man.
Is it because we just heard that cool
My
story
tolerance
about
has
our
gone down.
powers?
Alright. Let's go.
Quit following me.
Yippee! But you know, it'll be over after I do this quest. Then I get to listen to her a ton in Lantern Right. But Gaming is in Lantern Right, which means it's better. I love Gaming.
You get
So
what I'm
cute.
saying, right?
What?
How can I not? Not even fine food is enough.
Oh,
to distract
no,
from the
we have
presence of a
simps.
fine lady, huh?
Get out of here, creeps.
I'm far more interested in getting her details than ordering any dishes. Hey, how about you ask her?
You do it.
No. I think you should.
Oh boy.
Wait, she's coming.
Oh, Shenhua doesn't know better to avoid these kinds of guys.
Today?
Greetings, miss. I was just
Though I
wondering,
would say that
if
her
you'd be
outfit
willing
definitely
to-
is not really work attire.
What would you like to order?
Oh, she's straightforward. You know, maybe this is good. This is good. They'll be like, ugh, 'cause she's scary. Yeah.
2 servings of Mora meat to go. Good chat. Bye.
Yeah, bye. Yeah, this is what I said. This is what I said. Like, is she really friendly enough to work in a restaurant? I don't know. I don't know if that's really appealing to customers. But that's just me. Maybe they didn't go with the white for Cloud Retainer because they already did so much white on Shenhua. But I don't know.
Welcome.
It's
been a
fine.
while.
It's whatever.
May I take your order?
Yeah.
Welcome us as guests and greet us as old friends in the same line. It's weird.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
I pulled her on accident.
And this is?
I have Shenhua. I just don't use her. I was like, haha, let me just do a 10 pull for fun, and I got her at like 11 pity. I was like, oh, okay.
Master?
Oh, so Shenhua actually hasn't seen this before. Right.
One does not recall ever revealing this form to you before. How were you able to ascertain one's true identity with such ease?
The vibes.
I've trained and lived with Master for more than 10 years. I would recognize you no matter what form you take.
Wow.
You.
Her little heartstrings are being
Is something
pulled.
the matter, Master?
Hardly. Hardly. One simply learned of your employment from your letter and came to check on your well-being.
And check out the great food, too.
Indeed. It's almost lunchtime. My apologies. I'm still on the clock and can't talk for very long.
No worries. You're doing good.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. Are you here for Shenhe?
What is with these guys asking dumb questions? Yes.
The lunch rush isn't in yet, Shenhe. So I've got things covered for now. Go ahead, sit down and enjoy some time with your friends. I'll let you
Us
know if
literally
things pick up.
talking to Shenhua right in front of his face. Are you here to see Shenhua? Yes.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
Yippee. Food. Where do I go? I forgot. Let me through! Oh my gosh. Woman.
Leo's really
This
got a
isn't...
lot going for her.
Oh, it's been a long time since I heard that voice line. Cheap and tasty chop suey. Let's go. Wow.
It is just as one expected. The owner of Wanmin Restaurant is indeed a most reasonable and accommodating human.
Yes, yes.
Still, the work here entails dealing with quite a varied group of people. Has this been difficult for you, Shenhe?
Shenhua, have you threatened to kill anybody yet?
It's been manageable so far. I sometimes run into strange people, but I have figured out a way to deal with them.
Threatening them?
Seems like you've been making
Is it
progress.
threatening them?
So by dealing with them, you mean...
Let's see it.
First, I try to talk sense into them. If that doesn't work, I threaten them with violence.
How did I know?
At this point, they usually decide they are in favor of a civil conversation.
This seems like this would be an HR violation, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, how should Paimon put this?
Good enough, I guess.
Oh, a sensible plan. One is glad
I see where this behavior came from.
Human society.
They're both as awkward as they come.
And you, Master? How have you been?
Simply marvelous. Though Mount Outsong has scarcely enjoyed your presence recently, one has
We love
hardly
the
found
passive aggression,
pleasure of
okay.
one's own company to be lacking.
I see. Huh, just as expected of Master.
What she means is she's lonely. Imagine how many times she gets hit on during work. True.
I have missed Master quite a bit too. Even though work has been busy lately, I've already had a conversation with Chef Mao about taking some time off soon to visit Master.
Why are we talking about Master like Master's not here?
Oh, you did? Do make note of such matters in your letters in the future. There's hardly a need to keep one in suspense.
You aren't slick, Cloud Retainer. Everyone knows that you're clingy.
Her mood shot up just like that.
By the way, Master, since you are in Liyue Harbor, have you had the chance to visit Ganyu?
Yes.
Indeed. She is similarly preoccupied with her work. There was time only to exchange a few simple
A
pleasantries.
few simple pleasantries that took 20 whole minutes.
She told us the story of Cloud Retainer's name. It was amazing. We never knew how powerful she was before.
Whoa.
I see. In that case, allow me to also
Oh my
share a
gosh,
story
another
about
one?
Master's past.
No.
Oh?
Is this gonna be relevant? Please.
Is that a problem, Master? I believe this to be a good topic of conversation.
No, not a problem. One was simply caught off guard. But no matter. Please, proceed. One is most curious to see how much of one's own conversational prowess you possess.
Yes. Cloud Retainer sure is good at talking.
Master once participated in a race against Mooncarver. After Mooncarver lost, he insisted that Master's ability to fly gave her a natural edge in such a contest. In response,
The end.
Master
Oh,
agreed
man.
to forego flying in return for being able to use one of her devices in the race. Mooncarver accepted, only to find Master with a brand new device on the day of the contest.
Wow.
Huh. What kind of device was it?
It was a mechanical vehicle made out of iron. What was it called again? Oh, an electro-powered bicycle?
A bike? Did she ride the bike in bird form? Or human
you
form?
refer to the bicyclical Thunder Flashmobile. One spent 49 days conceptualizing and crafting it. It need only
If you
be
want, you can
infused
skip
with
the
a depth of
dialogues. I
energy,
already mentioned
and
this.
it can cover
Memorize this
thousands of
quest.
miles in one day.
Yeah.
Oh, it boggles the mind why Mooncarver
I'm
ever
not scared to
supposed
talk
my
over
best
them,
me
that's
in
for
a
sure.
contest of locomotion. Though he sprinted with all his might.
Most of the time I try to
barely
kind of
keep
pay
up.
attention to what they're saying, but, you know.
Alas, the one
So I'm just gonna
flaw
let it
One
go.
lay in its weakness against mountainous terrain. One was thwarted mere seconds from victory.
Gosh dang
when
it.
it was thrown off course and failed to make it across the final stretch. Truly a most unfortunate turn of events.
Yes,
Anyway,
yes.
do go on, Shenhe.
Yes,
Master,
I'm sure this
that was
bicycle
the
is
end of
going
that
to be,
story.
sure this bicycle story is going to be so relevant.
Is that so?
Aww.
With you gone.
The story had a bad ending about how not cool she is.
Fossils for another contest.
You like
What is
Xianyun's
a
voice?
race without spectators,
It's cool.
after all?
I like, honestly, I like her general aesthetics. They're good. That's just...
Have you been lonely, Master?
She just rambles.
Lonely? Huh. At one's age, entire human generations come and go in the blink of an eye. Even one's own self-directed musings can span several days and nights.
Oh, we know.
It's a most foreign sentiment. The mere mention of it is preposterous.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
What is the reason for that look upon your face?
It's nothing. It's just... Well, Paimon gained a lot of respect for you after listening to that story of you summoning the rain and everything.
Now, Paimon's voice
All it
lines...
took was a few... Paimon's just a little bit confused. Which one of the two is the real Cloud Retainer?
Both, Paimon. Oh.
To me, they are both, Master. One is the Master that's widely revered by the people, while the other is the Master that I respect and adore.
Well, isn't that nice?
One finds oneself exalted yet again with sweet words of praise and flattery of a most extravagant nature. You chose to exalt one with your words, yet you refuse to grace Mount Outsong with your presence for any extended period of time.
Yes, yes.
One would almost question the sincerity of your estimations.
So when does our, like, goal come into play? Because we had a tiny goal of, like,
This
oh,
is
check
not
on
to say
Ganyu,
that
check
your
on
words
Shenhua,
paint an inaccurate
and
picture.
now
One has always
we've
lived
done
by
that
a
and they're doing
single
fine.
ideal.
So what, is the quest over now?
Eschew all action and abide by no rule.
What? What's the
One
problem?
does as one pleases and speaks as one pleases. Others may critique or praise as they see fit. Yet one places little weight in such judgments.
She got, like, what, 2 sentences of flattery from her disciple? And it's as if her ego is about to burst.
Paimon, you're the same.
Do you have any empty tables?
No. The lunch rush is
Could we
starting.
get another fish stew?
2 people need something.
I'm
The
hearing
rush
more guests come
begins.
in. I should get back to work.
All right, good luck.
2 whole people need help.
Mm-hmm. I'll try my best.
Good luck. Don't kill anyone, please. It would be preferable if you didn't do that. Then Paimon eats food, of course.
So much yummy food! Paimon's gonna feast!
Yeah. Well, do you like it, Cloud
One is
Retainer?
fond of all kinds of delicacies and delights in a multitude of flavors.
Yes.
The dishes here demonstrate no shortage of culinary skill. Their unique flavor profile has left one more than satisfied.
I can guarantee this won't matter.
So tasty. A bit too hot at times, but still
Yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry, miss, but our tables are full.
Oh no, the tables are full.
Shall we try somewhere else, Granny?
I haven't played in 2 years, but I haven't missed Paimon's voice. I want to throw her in a pond. I'm here fully out of context and have no idea what's happening. Don't worry. This doesn't seem to be attached to literally anything going on. You don't need context for this one because it's all rambling.
But it smells so delightful.
Ugh.
Can
The
we
grandma
really not
NPC
eat
models
here?
are so
My
bad,
poor
man.
legs can't go on for much longer.
Well, you could always check with some of the other guests and see if anyone's happy to share a table.
Or we can get up and Paimon can stop being a pig.
I'll ask around.
Okay. And the NPC quest begins.
Excuse me. Would you mind letting us share a table with you? There are no empty tables left, so...
Sure.
Well,
Sure, whatever.
what about you guys?
As long as you don't mind our endless, incessant chatter.
Thanks so much. My name is Xianyun, and this is my granny, Yuendai.
See, here's the thing with Genshin quests. They sure do like their NPCs. It feels like the story's more related to them than anything else.
Yep. Is there something wrong with that?
How dare you have a grandma?
No, Paimon's just a bit surprised. She looks so young.
Does she? Does she really?
Yeah. A lot of people compliment Granny on her youthful looks, but she's actually much older than she appears.
Whoa. Aw, man, do they know each other?
Granny? Why don't you take a seat?
She's
Come
that
on, it's
old,
not
she
polite to
knows
stare.
Cloud Retainer.
Huh. Have we met before?
No.
Tis a
Doubt.
fated meeting, then. Please, take
I
a seat.
doubt. Sit.
What would you like to eat, Granny? I can order for you.
Okay.
I want braised earthworms.
Worms.
They always pop up out of the ground after a rainstorm.
She's a bird. She's another bird.
No, not this again. Granny, there's no braised earthworms on the menu.
Man.
Braised earthworms? Well, that sounds weird. Do people actually eat that?
Yep. It would seem so. Clearly she's
that's
asking.
What Paimon was thinking too. Need any help? Help? Oh, do you mean with Granny?
Yeah.
Thanks, that's
With what
nice of you
else?
to offer.
Huh?
Granny has pretty bad dementia, so her memory's getting worse all the time. She's always saying things that sound kinda confusing. Actually, her memory's been bad ever since I was little. But it's gotten so bad lately that I even have to remind her who I am every morning.
Paimon would eat it. She's no better. For real, she eats slimes. So, like, you know, it's basically the same thing. Where are your parents, small
You're
child?
dead young.
Oh my goodness.
It's just me and Granny now.
Every NPC's story is the same now, isn't it? There's always an ill one.
Oh,
They like their ill NPC characters. in
But
this.
it's okay. Don't feel bad.
Poor
Granny
Granny.
loves me a lot, and I love her a lot too. Sure, it's hard at times, but you just gotta make the best of the life you've got.
Yeah.
Wow, you're really tough for your age, kid. You're too kind.
Yeah.
And me? Oh, what about me?
You're doing great, sweetie.
You're tough too, Granny. Plus, you're really gentle, and you're always there for me.
Isn't this nice?
Yes, and it's hardly as if I forget everything. I still remember the important things. Wait, what was that really important thing again?
Haha, funny. She can't remember anything.
I remember now.
Ah.
It was a dream. I had a dream where everything was dark. Someone was standing in front of me. She told me to come and find her, and that once I'd found her, I would be free.
Was it Hu Tao?
Huh? That sounds super important. But how come you've never told me about it before?
It's just a dream. Calm down.
It was just a dream.
Exactly.
So I forgot about it. But I'm in a good mood now, and somehow I remembered it again. You know, I believe I've had this dream a great many times.
She's had it a lot, guys.
Wait, so you have a reoccurring dream where someone's talking to you? That sounds spooky. Does that mean you're possessed?
Oh my gosh. Ah. Kind of feel bad for the kid, especially if she only has Granny now and she doesn't get younger. Yeah, that's true.
Unlikely. Her eyes are clear and her breathing remains calm and level. One sees no signs of possession.
You gotta stop saying one. It's immediate self-report.
Are you sure?
Who do you take me for? Is one not an adept? Am I not an expert?
Terrible save, but okay. Also, shouldn't it be what do you take one for?
You're right. Paimon almost forgot you're the expert. In that case, do you still remember what the person in your dreams looked like?
Not anymore. Although, I have a sense that she looked rather like me. But not as I am now. My younger self.
Man.
A younger version of Granny?
I've been playing other
This is
Genshin
just
quests,
getting
and they were
weirder
better
and
than this one.
weirder. What is going on here?
Ugh.
As one said,
Can I go back to the tax
must
fraud
have
that we
brought
were
us
dealing with in
together.
Ganyu's quest?
you may leave this situation to me.
Ugh.
Are you sure? So, what are your names?
Let's
Paimon.
go.
Just
I'm a
Xianyun is
me.
fine.
Thank you all so much for offering to help. But first, I'm sorry for asking, but, how do you want us to pay you back?
Silence.
I don't need any payment for this.
Oh, Paimon. We just want to help.
Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Yeah, I feel like I've noticed that, like, character quests focus more on NPCs than the character half the time. I'm like, what the heck?
All we have to go
You
on
know?
is that dream. Where do we start?
That is elementary. Since her dreams portray her younger self, then we shall retrace the steps
Gods,
of
Death
her
Die,
youth.
Tax Fraud, Best of
Once we
Genshin.
have revisited
Heck yeah.
those places, her memories will likely return.
Great.
Sounds like a plan. So, Granny, do you remember which places you went to when you were young?
She has memory problems. Why are you asking these kind of
Why,
questions?
of course I do.
Oh, she remembers that, of course.
The heavens
Okay.
above, the earth below. the
She's an
wispy
Adepti, I'm calling it.
clouds, And the emerald mountain
And they're like,
streams.
oh, she's got dementia because she says weird stuff, but it's actually just because she's an Adepti. Or an
Okay,
Adeptus.
taking that as a no.
That's a yes, Paimon.
I might have an idea. Once, when I was really little, my dad told me that Granny used to be a martial artist
Yo.
heroine who saved loads of people from a disaster.
Granny had moves.
If it's true,
Let's go.
then maybe they wrote about it in the history books or something.
I don't know about that.
Martial arts heroine?
Oh, we get to see Singcho?
Shincho knows tons about Liu.
Finally, someone I like.
If anyone knows about the heroes of the past, it's him.
Please.
Find him at the Xianyun Commerce Guild.
Are you leaving already? But I'm still hungry.
Hey, you can still eat. Me leaving doesn't change that, okay?
I'll go order some food, Granny. If there's nothing on the menu you especially want, I'll just get a few different things.
Yeah, there's no worms
It
on the
seems
menu.
we must part ways for now. The Traveler and Paimon are bound for the Xianyun Commerce Guild, while Yuendai and Shuyu shall remain here and partake of their lunch. As for myself, I have matters to discuss with Streetward Rambler.
Okay.
Streetward Rambler? Oh, you mean Madame Ping?
I love how they need to reiterate it every time, like I don't remember her. I'm not 5.
Precisely. Let us meet at
Though I
Eugene
want
Terrace
her to be
once you are
playable
ready.
so bad, please. Begging. Yippee! Alright. What is with the layout of this? Hold on, okay. Hold on. So, tell me. You want to tell me I gotta squeeze through here if I want to leave, right? Yeah. Okay. That's so convenient. Or I could go all the way around here and climb up the wall. Amazing. What is she doing?
Sword in hand and the world at my feet.
Cleaning the window with nothing in her hand. Let's go. And maybe why quests appear more focused on NPC is because they want to show their interactions with people rather than having them in a void of their own. That is true, and I feel like a lot of the quests do that well. Like, I think, like, Lenny's quest, for example, did really well with that. That's a newer one. Where it's like you're, like, you know, solving a mystery regarding some NPCs or something, but it's still, like, is related to the character. Not just, like, oh, the character is just helping the random NPC. Where am I going? I swear I still don't know my way around Liyue. Hold on. Oh, wait, he's literally at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Hey, Singcho.
Huh. It's you two. What brings you here?
You. 'Cause you're a lot more interesting to listen to.
Xingqiu! Great, we found you! We wanted to ask you about something.
We explain the situation.
That's not a whole lot of information to go off of. I don't know if I can say for sure.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
can't pinpoint her identity from your description alone. But considering her age, I am reminded of a nameless heroine who's been featured in various chivalric novels.
That is so random. Why does he have like a splotch in his eye highlight? Has that always been there?
Nameless heroine?
That's right. The novels often speak of a great drought from 50 years ago. As the people suffered, a nameless heroine appeared and began to clear away evil spirits and bandit camps.
Wow.
The people idolized her, but never learned her name. All they knew was that she always acted alone. Later, though, she supposedly
I
fell
feel
in
like
love
that
with
was
a
an
similarly
accident in his
noble-minded
eye.
exorcist from Mount Tianheng. They were well matched in more ways than one, often fighting together as a fearsome duo of otherworldly strength.
Like, did somebody accidentally scribble over his eye highlight and no one noticed?
After the drought ended,
I noticed.
the heroine and the exorcist left the public eye and began living a reclusive life in the mountains.
Wow.
All that remained were tales of her incredible accomplishments.
Wow.
The way this nameless heroine faded from fame into obscurity later in life is not too dissimilar from Miss Yuendai. I hope that's somewhat helpful.
You and I.
Thanks a lot, Xingqiu. We know it'd be worth talking to you.
See, this is why Xingqiu's great, because his conversations,
at all.
like, end
Just
fast,
something I
except
came
the
across
problem
while
is,
reading.
I need this
I
to
did
last
do a
longer,
bit of
please. I
extra
can't go back.
research on her story, but it was just out of personal curiosity.
Like, did you see how fast that conversation went?
Thinks that's super
Man.
cool. Oh, wait, Xingqiu, if you've read up on her, do you know of any places often associated with her?
Let me think. In the novels, the nameless heroine always appeared near one of three places. Wangshu Inn, the area just north of Jueyun Karst, and Qingyun Peak.
All Adepti places.
Perhaps the real-life heroine who inspired the character was also often seen near those three places. That would explain why those locations
Yippee.
appear in the various novels written about her.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome. To be honest, I found some parts of the story confusing when I
I
first
want to look
came
up a
across
picture
it.
of him and see if it's got that
If Miss
splotchy on it.
Yuendai was indeed the original inspiration for the character, she may just be able to help me put the pieces together.
Like, has that always been there? No. There's older pictures of his model and the splotch in his eyeball isn't there. Why is there a splotch in his eyeball? Oh no.
It's rare for a chivalric
Xingqiu is
hero
down
to
to
fade
business
into
unlike his
obscurity
books.
during
That's
their
true.
lifetime, even after retiring from the public eye. But no one ever saw or heard from the
Someone
nameless
accidentally
heroine again.
scribbled on his
There
eye.
are even rumors that she became extremely ill.
Aww.
I've never understood why someone would go to such lengths to erase themselves from public memory. It's almost as if she was trying to hide from something. There's probably far more to the story than what's been written.
We'll be sure to tell you if we manage to uncover the truth.
That's a deal.
Alrighty.
Perhaps, behind the truth of it all, there lies a story more fantastical than any work of fiction.
Paimon feels like we just learned so much from Xingqiu. A drought, a nameless heroine.
Yeah,
a life
see
of
how
seclusion.
that was a productive conversation.
Wait, why does the story sound super familiar? Oh, right.
Oh.
There's a drought in this story
Yo,
too.
the drought.
Xingqiu, are
The
droughts super
drought
common
was
everywhere or something?
important.
Well, they used to be. But
No
people
way.
have long since developed methods to prevent them, like by cultivating the soil or digging canals. So while droughts do happen from time to time, they are rarely regarded as true disasters.
Wow.
The drought 50 years ago is probably one of the worst we've had in the last several centuries. The crops withered, the streams ran dry, and the monsters in the mountains became rabid and agitated. Countless caravans were attacked, And people who lost their homes
The
came
drought
together to
actually
form bandit
was
groups.
important.
What started as a natural disaster
That's
soon
that's
became a
good,
human
at least.
tragedy
I
as
just wish
well.
they hadn't introduced the topic in such a long, winded way before.
Sounds awful.
I would have actually cared,
Yeah.
maybe.
And that's exactly why the nameless heroine
Why is
was
the nameless
so beloved.
heroine Cloud Retainer?
She must have been someone of true integrity to do so much
Come
for
on.
the people while asking nothing in return.
She went and lived up in the mountains,
Still,
right?
As terrible as that drought was, it was nothing compared
It would give
to
her
the
more
truly
depth.
calamitous disasters that befell this land in ancient times.
And I feel like it's not you and I.
They say that back in those days, disasters were both more severe
That would
and
be the
more
plot
common.
twist. That's the plot
Only the
twist they're
strongest
building
of
right
Adepti
now.
could hope to dispel the ruin and devastation.
They're gonna be like, yeah, it's not that random NPC, it's actually Cloud
Do you
Retainer.
have any other questions?
We're good for now. We're
We're good.
just going to head back and meet up with Miss Xianyun and the others again.
Yahoo!
Paimon hopes that Granny Yuendai will be able to remember more of her past. She used to be a great hero who saved many people. So anyway, we'll be off now.
Okay, bye!
It's no problem at all. Safe travels.
Man. Alright. Maybe I don't like these characters that, like, ramble a ton, because, like, I personally don't like people that ramble a ton. That might be related, honestly. Because, I don't know, I'm just like, get to the point, I hate talking to people. Oh, man. Like, unless they're talking about something, like, actually important or interesting, I'm like, no. Small talk, no. I don't like small
I have
talk.
recorded the tune that you requested. I hope it will be of help to you.
Yo.
Oh, thank you.
Spin crystal.
Straight word, ping. What has amused you so?
You're funny.
Oh, it's no serious matter. I was just reminiscing about the last time I saw you in this form. Time has wrought such change in this world, and yet you appear just the same as ever.
She's stuck in her ways.
Time
I
has
tell
little
you.
bearing on one's existence, nor has one keenly felt its effects whilst dwelling at Mount Outsong. Nevertheless, Ping, one would like to seek your counsel on a personal matter.
A personal matter.
Oh.
Ooh.
Why so formal all of a sudden? I must say, you're making me a little nervous. What is it?
Well, the inquiry is as such. Approximately how much more would one need to afford a comfortable life in the harbor? Not unlike the one that you yourself lead.
She's like, I'm so lonely. There's plenty of characters that feel the same and go, I hate people, get on with it. I think, yeah.
It does not
Definitely.
require as much as you may think. Still, do you mean that...
Cloud Retainer, Madam Ping! What are you two talking about?
We're talking about nothing.
Nothing save for some trivial
Yeah.
matters. Have you unearthed any
She's
useful
lonely.
details?
Shinto has a theory, but let's save it for when Chuyu and Miss Yuendai have joined up with us again.
Yes.
Do not be troubled, young lady. Here, have some tea.
I like Madam Ping.
Thank you so much. What do you think, Chuyu? Does it match up with what you know of your granny?
No.
According to this story, the nameless heroine eventually fell in love with an exorcist from
Xianyun is a tsundere. Yes.
That's my
Absolutely.
grandpa. I don't have many memories of him, but there was this one time I found a box in our attic full of a bunch of weird sigils.
Yo. Well, we should go visit those places.
I think so too. Granny might remember something once she's returned to a familiar place.
Yeah.
What
I'm not late, you're just
marvelous
early.
tea.
Exactly.
I can
Right on
taste
time.
the dew sweetness in this cup.
You haven't really missed a ton. I'm gonna be real. This quest drags. We only just barely started the actual, like, long-term goal.
In the mountains, thoroughly one with nature,
and at peace.
There's been a lot of words that aren't saying anything.
So, then please drink as much as you like. There's no need to hurry. At our age, it's always nice to slow down and take the time to appreciate pleasant conversation among friends.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, let's
Since we have
sit.
the time, can I ask you something? Sure thing. What would you like to know? I have a secret I want to tell you. Let's go talk over there.
Okay. What are we gonna talk about? Oh my gosh. Can we say it in 3 sentences or less?
What's wrong, Xianyun? Well, I've been kind of meaning to ask ever since we started talking in the restaurant.
Aw, man.
But are you guys
She's
all
on to us.
Adepti in disguise?
Don't know if I should be happy because I didn't miss anything or sad that you had to go through an hour of nothing. The latter one. There's been a lot of fluff in this quest, and not wholesome fluff. Like, fluff is in, it's wasting my time fluff.
About that.
Padding. Why do you say that?
Well, you guys just seem super special. Plus, I think I might have heard Miss Xianyun call herself an Adeptus.
Yes, you did. Because she's a bad liar.
Must have been a slip of the tongue. Xianyun, since you were the one who, misspoke, maybe you can explain to Xianyun here what you really meant by that.
What I want to know is, like, why she actually feels the need to hide her identity, because, like, it's not like we don't already have, like, a bunch of Adepti in Liyue Harbor. Like, it's not new. It's not like it's special.
One is indeed an Adeptus. Is that of some concern to you?
Huh? I knew it.
Oh, boy.
Well, one time when I was a little kid, I saw a pure white illuminated crane.
Yo!
I had this super high fever, and Granny wasn't around. I was feeling all icky and gross.
Well, I'm sure it's gonna pick up quite a bit from now on.
Flew down from the sky.
Yeah, I hope so.
She put me on her back
better.
and flew me to her cool Adeptus house.
Wow.
And fed me some sort of magic potion. When I woke up, I was already back in my bed.
Mama Bird
and my
strikes
fever was
again.
gone. I really wanted to thank her, but I was too sleepy to stay awake, so I never got the chance. So, I just kind of wanted to ask if maybe any of you have ever met an Adeptus like that?
Have I got news for you?
Pure white illuminated crane? The only two we've ever met are blue and white and black and brown. Have you ever met one that's pure white, Cloud Retainer?
Never has one met an Adeptus with such features. One surmises such a description is but a hyperbolic embellishment that often results from narrative accounts.
That's weird. Was it really just a dream then?
No. Cloud Retainer's mostly white. You would say she's white.
Well, even if it was just in my head, it doesn't matter that much anyway. All I really want is to help Granny recover her memories. I'm really grateful for all your help.
So what was the secret again?
Leave it to us! Now that we know the
That we're Adepti? Why'd we have to...
visit them one by
Well,
one.
that Cloud Retainer's an Adepti? Adeptus? I can't get that right. Okay.
Okay, I'll go get Granny.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Oh, it's good that I'm getting this out of the way before Lantern, right, though? Because otherwise I'm gonna freaking stall. I would have stalled playing this quest. Alright, let's go. Yippee!
Wangshu Inn. Wangshu Inn.
Do you remember this place, Granny?
Why does the fancy lady talk so fancy? It's making my brain hurt. See, this one understands me. This one understands how I feel. She uses so many big words, and she talks a lot.
Yes. The fish here is very delicious, and if you look out into the distance, you can always spot a bird that's been left behind by its flock.
Is that a good thing?
I believe I used to have a room here. It had a window. Yes, I spent a lot of time looking out that window.
I feel like the NPC's stories wouldn't be so, like,
Let me look.
boring to me if they weren't, like, all the same, you know? I know there's, like, small variations, but it's always, like, my dad's sick, my mom's sick, my grandma's sick, and it's like, oh my gosh, okay. I get it, everybody's sick, okay. I want something else. You know? They've been getting better, but it's... yeah. This has been a common theme. I'll be honest, I hear her speak, but it does not mean I understand. I just nod along. Exactly.
I can live.
Yes. If Zhao's not here, I'm gonna flip a table.
I'm still having some trouble understanding what she's talking about, but if she's so familiar with this place, that must mean she lived here, right? Wait, huh?
Huh? Yes! Okay, finally, something interesting. Zhao! Finally, save me! Help me!
I sensed a non-human presence.
I love
Decided to come
him.
Take a look.
Thank you. Koyo's small company, no money for NPC design. Honestly. Yeah.
If you're here, then there's likely no trouble.
Star Rail makes my standards so high.
I suppose there's no cause for concern.
Don't leave me!
It's been a while, Cloud Retainer. I see you have returned to your previous form.
And here we are, about to ask a dumb question again. Oh, you've met her in this form before? Yeah, no crap. They've both existed for so long.
I have indeed. I fought alongside her in this form on many occasions during the Archon War.
Yeah.
Oh, wow! What was she like during the war? Oh, wait, let Paimon take a guess. Was it anything like this?
See, this would have been a great time to do her like, oh, she's so cool in the Archon War thing. Because it's like, you know, it's not just like, she stopped a drought once. Just for the sake of saying the drought thing. Okay. Oh, well, I don't like this.
The Bang Bang continuous.
See, now it's just weird.
Hands up and surrender, or be prepared to face the full might of the Adepti.
You're obnoxious.
An impressive imitation.
Oh boy, Xiao. Okay. Don't encourage her.
Paimon knows her all too well.
No. Never do that again.
Even so, Cloud Retainer was not always as ostentatious as you
Thank
describe.
you.
You may be unaware, but her talent with Adepti sigils is just as formidable as her skill in mechanics.
Yes, yes.
The Archon War reached its peak after Guizhong's death.
Guizhong! I will never not cry.
Who fought beside me in those devastating
I want to throw a Paimon out the window.
Taciturn and solemn.
Put her back in that
Only
pond I
speaking
found her
when she
in.
had to activate her sigils.
Man. Guizhong. I want more about her. Why can't we have more about Guizhong? Please. I like how she's asking Xiao about how Cloud Retainer used to be while Cloud Retainer's right next to her. Yeah.
A Cloud Retainer who barely talks? Paimon can't picture it. But what happened after that? If you were so powerful in your human form, why did you decide to take up your bird form again?
This quest's putting me to sleep. Okay.
Once one had bid farewell to the world
Yippee.
of mortals, what use would one still have for such a shape?
Yeah.
When dwelling between mountain and forest, away from the struggles and troubles of the mortal world, a mortal form is hardly the most fitting of choices.
Hey, you can swap around. I don't know. Personally, I would like to stay with something that has thumbs, but that's just me.
After the war, Cloud Retainer retired to Mount Outsong, only revealing herself to the occasional visitor.
Are they talking like she's not there?
Always in her avian form.
Great question. I have mentioned that a couple times in this quest already.
Although I do believe
like,
there was
why?
an occasion some 30-odd years ago when she decided to don her human form.
Was it to
I believe it
pursue
was
a
for the
romance?
purpose
Wait, Cloud is speaking gibberish. I understand now. Yep. That's why.
One believes
Minimize
there is little
talking.
need to relive bygone matters.
Come on. Were you in love? If it's anything other than that, I'll be disappointed.
Granny, are you okay?
Oh my gosh, Granny's dying.
Back then, at this place,
We forgot that we brought a demented grandma
Perhaps
here.
this conversation should end here. I shall take my leave.
No, stay with us, please. I need something else.
Should you encounter any trouble, you need only call my name.
Xiao, Xiao,
However,
Xiao,
given
Xiao,
that you
Xiao.
are traveling with Cloud Retainer, I trust you are in
No.
good hands.
No, Xiao, come back. Xiao, please.
I think Granny is finally beginning to remember her past.
Oh. I thought Grandma was dying. Never mind.
Slowly now, calm your mind and recount what has been recalled.
a long time ago.
I feel like they just stuck all the lines they wanted Cloud Retainer to say, and they stuck every single word into a thesaurus. That's how I feel when she talks. And it's not like how Fischl is, where it's like, that's the point, is that she's, like, supposed to be obnoxious. I just think Cloud Retainer kind of is sometimes. 1 hour of this? Oh boy, can't wait for the VOD. Yep. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Oh my gosh.
I'm very sorry, but
She
I
doesn't
can't even
remember.
remember the name of my illness. The only thing I can remember is that it took a great toll on me, and there was no cure for it.
That's great.
I
Alright.
was confined to my room in Wangshu Inn,
Ah.
where I spent many days unconscious. I'd come to every once in a while and stare at the migrating birds outside the window. It was a solemn sight. I remember crying, but I'm not even sure I knew why.
Yeah. See, at least, like, with Fischl, like, even though she rambles and uses very big German words, like, it's supposed to be funny. Like, it's comedic. It's not serious.
One day, I met a traveling merchant. Upon hearing of my illness, he sold me a bottle of soul-revitalizing tea pills.
Those are not real, Grandma. You see this man's mustache? Don't trust that.
He told me that the pills were concocted using Adepti blood and could be used to alleviate my symptoms. Sure enough,
Great.
I made a full recovery. My illness remained dormant for several decades after that.
So the dementia is actually the illness?
But if your
I don't
illness
know.
remained dormant for several decades, are you saying that what you're going through now is just a relapse of what happened all those years ago?
Yippee! Why don't we just get Baiju and call it good? You know?
To the pills that you
Baiju can
managed
fix
to
it.
keep
It's
the
fine.
symptoms in check?
Why has nobody done that?
Someone's brain kinda hurts. Do you remember anything else?
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, if only I wasn't so useless.
Oh, you should go to the doctor, maybe. You know?
Hey, you're not useless. You've done so much for me. Watched me grow up. Raised me. How could you say that about yourself?
How could you?
Oh, fret
I just
not,
love
dear
how this
child.
model is literally
Granny was
just
just
the
a bit
normal, like,
frustrated.
young
That's
woman model,
all.
but they just stuck wrinkles on it. It doesn't look terrible at all. What?
The recovery of a person's memories is a gradual process.
Drink water
Finding pieces of one's past
to
is always
hydrate your
superior
brain,
to not
because we all
finding
know it's
anything
drying
at all.
out.
Let us make haste to the next location.
Great.
Next location. Next location. Oh, why don't we go to the area north of Dwayunkars next?
Genius plan, Paimon.
There isn't really a landmark there, so where should we start? Oh, Paimon's got it. Let's check out the houses in the area first.
Okay.
After all, if she was there for any length of time, then she would have stayed somewhere, right? Oh, Paimon's really got her thinking down
Nope.
to that.
I don't know. Paimon, you've said too much dumb crap today to say that. Alright. Too much. She's got her thinking cap on today, guys. Now imagine what it's like when she doesn't. If it's this bad. If it's this bad now, man. Why don't we get more, like, lore about Guizhong? Literally everybody wants it. Come on.
Whoa, why are there so many treasure hoarders?
Treasure hoarders? Whatever will I do? I finally get to play the game, guys, after an hour. Genshin visual novel era. Literally, you don't get to do anything. Half of my dialogue options weren't even choices. Let's go.
Let me think. I feel like I've been here
30 seconds of gameplay over, guys.
But I don't think I stayed here
Fischl is more of a 8th grader syndrome who does things because they're cool. Exactly.
Before continuing on
Exactly.
my way.
And it's like, she's got depth. Like, it's not like she's like that all the time. You know, she breaks character every now and then. It's actually, like, interesting for her lore and everything. But this is just like, I'm smart. That's the lore. That's it. I'm the smartest person here and you're not.
We can check.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, I believe I brought... Ah, yes. I brought some sweet snacks with me.
Great.
Go on, take some. You need to eat a lot if you want to grow big and strong.
Yay.
Oh, thank you. Then Paimon will help herself.
And Paimon's character depth is how much food can she eat? Depth. Man. Paimon, come on now. I just want to know how we go from, you know, like, the Fontaine Archon quests to this. Or, like, Navia's quest. Navia's quest was so good. I liked it.
Paimon sees an abandoned house. Why don't we take a break over there?
There's an abandoned house. No way. Where?
This place.
It's not familiar at all.
Did you remember something, Granny?
No.
I remember. Shuyu. This...
Yo, indie company cannot afford more lore unless bankrupt. Yeah, you're true. I have no idea what you mean, but yes. Yeah.
It was a moonless night. I had been injured, so your grandpa was supporting me.
Wow.
We fled together with some being in the fog behind us in hot pursuit.
The fog approaches.
I had
scary
exhausted
fog.
my strength when the labor pains came on.
Man.
So we took refuge in this house. Your grandpa set up a barrier outside, but neither of us knew if it could hold the monsters back.
And then they broke in and they ate your grandpa.
I remember that night. I remember falling to my knees, reciting a prayer over and over. I alone am the source of this sin. Punish me as you
Bro,
wish
what did you
for
do?
forsaking my oath, but spare my innocent child.
Sin? Oath? Did you do something wrong?
That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Oh, she
I
doesn't
don't
remember, guys.
I only remember praying in the darkness with all my strength until the sun finally
This whole
rose
quest is
again
just going to
and
be
the
us
fog
going on this
cleared
wild
out.
goose chase of her remembering, like, minuscule pieces of information, man.
Eventually, the house was filled with the sound of my baby's first cries. That baby.
10 out of 10 animation, let's go.
I remember I clutched him tight to my chest and wept tears of joy. It was the first time I'd ever felt such happiness in my life.
I mean, good for you. I'm glad you were happy. But honestly, I would be mega stressed if I was in here, newborn baby, my body is like freaking, you know, losing it because that's what childbirth does to you, and there's monsters outside and you don't know if they could get in.
My dad?
I personally wouldn't be, like, the happiest in my life, but, you know, props to you, girl.
He was my pride and joy, and so are you, Xianyun. You're so much like him, and I love you both so much.
Ain't that sweet? I wish I cared about these
But
guys.
you're always going to be different from me.
They broke the piggy bank with those animations. They really did,
What did
man.
I do?
Meanwhile, Star Rail has a cutscene every 5 seconds.
You'll always be the person I love more than anything.
You're too sweet, Xianyun. I'm lucky to have you with me.
Haven't you noticed how Cloud Retainer hasn't spoken for this entire
To
cutscene?
come here to try to remember.
I think this actually might not be the Cloud Retainer quest. I think it's actually you and Dai's quest. And Xianyun's quest.
All right. Let's not stand around any longer. There's one place left, yes? Let's go take a look.
If one recalls correctly,
Cloud Retainer really didn't speak for that whole cutscene.
You and I, how fares your health?
It's one thing to have the person
I may be
interact
a
with the
bit slow,
NPCs
but
in the
I'll do my
cutscene, but
best
still
to
have it
keep
focus
up.
on the NPCs.
I'm sorry
And
to
another
keep
thing for it to
everyone
literally
waiting.
just be the NPCs talking.
Climb on. I shall carry you to the top.
Bro. Oh, we're going to Xianyun Peak. Sorry. I was getting ready to run up there. No, we're not doing that. The less Cloud Retainer talks, the better. I feel conflicted because I don't like listening to her talk, but also, this is her quest, so why isn't she talking?
First, you lose your memory.
All the money goes into
your
the female
health.
playable characters' designs. They're just
Eventually,
a
you end
small
up losing
indie company.
everything.
Yeah.
My only
You're
wish
right,
is to
they're
depart
so
this
small.
world with a lucid mind, to free.
Just gonna cut you off right there.
We're finally here.
I try not to cut off the dialogue in between cutscenes, but I know she's not gonna say anything, so...
Feel familiar to you, Granny One Day?
No.
Let me see.
No, I don't remember any of it.
How strange. Have I lived here before?
I think that this thing is so funny when characters are like, gosh, I'm just thinking really hard to remember, and like then someone else says like, don't hurt yourself. Like, sorry, I don't think thinking hurts me, but okay. Like, oh my gosh, you know,
When we were at
do you need to
Wangshu Inn
rest?
and the abandoned house earlier, though I couldn't
Yeah.
remember everything, I still felt a sense of familiarity.
Let's
I
see,
could
is
easily
Cloud
picture
Retainer gonna have
myself
any
in those
lines in this
places.
cutscene?
But here, I don't have that feeling.
Aww,
Perhaps I
we
did
wasted
come
our
here
time
in the past, but it
in a
just didn't leave
Genshin
a strong
quest?
impression on me.
Gosh dang it.
Did the stories get it wrong then?
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? The plot twist. It's not gonna be her. The nameless heroine isn't her. It's Cloud Retainer. I'm calling it right now. To be fair, thinking is hard. It is hard. That is true. All this money and they can't give me 10 more Kuching skins even after all those handwritten letters I sent. Yeah, with the heart stickers on the envelope. Let's go.
Yeah, that's true. But they're also the only thing we have to go off of. Paimon was hoping this place would jog Granny Uendai's memory just like the others.
I'm sorry to disappoint you too.
Alright, you guys can go home.
It's alright. We're not going to give up yet.
No.
We'll figure something else out. Just you wait.
Yeah.
Thank you. If only I could remember.
Oh, no.
Huh?
If only she could
That
remember.
way. What's that mountain?
She didn't see it before. When she was looking around, she just didn't see it.
Let Paimon look. Huh? Isn't that Mao outside?
Yes,
Looks like
Paimon.
we've come full circle.
She didn't realize. It's giving when Paimon was like, where did Cloud Retainer go? And like Cloud Retainer was literally 2 feet away. I'm like, okay. We lost her. Is Paimon blind?
Mount Outsong.
I'm genuinely concerned about her health, honestly.
Granny, are you okay?
I don't ask people if they're okay if they're having a hard time thinking of something. If it's like they're in the middle of talking about something. And they're like, oh, shoot, I forgot. And it's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? That's just... Oh no, you forgot.
Don't push yourself, Granny. It's okay if you can't remember. You shouldn't do something that makes you sad.
Did she say that was gonna happen?
Mount Outsong, what am I really?
Mount Outsong holds some familiarity to you?
Oh my gosh, Cloud Retainer has finally spoken in her own quest.
It does, but I can't go back.
Are you feeling unwell?
My head.
That was the shortest sentence she's ever spoken.
What is wrong with me?
You're cursed. You're possessed. I don't know.
Miss Xianyun, is there anything you can do?
Let us go to Mount Outsong.
She said she can't go over there.
Fret
Silly.
not, all will be well. You and I, you have already given more than enough to the pursuit of this endeavor.
Yes.
You may leave the rest to me. I've prepared something that can aid you in suppressing the fear in your heart and restoring your lost memories. It currently resides at Mount Outsong.
How long have you had that? How long? You mean to tell me you had something that could fix her memories this whole time? What were the last 30 minutes of my life for?
Really? When did you do that?
Precisely, Paimon.
I never leave anything to chance. All will reveal itself when we arrive.
I sure love it when it's like, congrats, you just wasted your own time. Yippee! The funnest part of this quest so far. Yum.
Come on, just tell Paimon already. What's this thing you've prepared?
Oh my gosh, your voice is grating.
Here, this is it.
Oh, I saw this earlier. I saw this earlier, but I just thought it was decorative.
Huh? But isn't this the mechanism that you were tinkering with when we first got here? Oh, is it another invention of yours?
Oh my gosh, the inventor made an invention?
Precisely. A recent one at that. I am most pleased with the result. I call it the Suspensus Somnium mechanism.
Sus?
It periodically
The
releases
suspense
a
sauce?
soft breeze, which when paired with a gentle adeptal tune, can help the listener subconsciously relax.
Meditation?
And even enter a semi-hypnotic state.
Is this meditation? Literally, it's just meditation.
Soothing agitation and anxiety, relieving exhaustion and insomnia, its potential uses are numerous indeed. And of course, it can also aid in the recovery of lost memories.
Well, when I tried meditation, my anxiety got worse. How did you survive an hour of this? That's a lovely question. Actually, you know what? I have a confession to make. I'm not geekling. I actually switched out with geekling about 30 minutes ago. She died. So I'm just replicating her voice to keep the illusion going. Yeah.
Whoa,
She didn't make it, guys.
But if you had it
I'm
all
just
right,
piloting
why
her
did you
skin
do
now.
that just now?
Oh boy.
We could have come to Mount Outsong right off the bat and saved Paimon a lot of floating.
For once, Paimon makes a good point. This is literally what I just said.
How preposterous. Had Yuendai not recalled much of her past through her own efforts, the device would have nothing to draw upon.
Oh. Great excuse. Can't believe Geekling died. Anyways. Oh. Man. Don't get too excited. Yes, it's very sad. Anyways.
We Adepti can only help those who first
One hopes you're
resolve to help
enjoying the quest.
themselves.
One hopes that
Had
you
she lacked
shush.
such determination and strength of character, one would have little to offer.
I feel
in
like
way
I've
of
been here for
assistance.
so long. So much has been said and nothing has been said. Let me tell you, I've been here for let's look. An hour and 34 minutes is how long I've been streaming. An hour and 34 minutes. Here's what's happened. We found Cloud Retainer in her human form. We saw Ganyu and Shenhua. We went to eat food. Grandma, who has dementia, was there. We take Grandma to 3 places. The end. In an hour and a half. That's what we've done. I'm losing it.
Paimon thinks she gets it now.
One feels that more could be said. No.
As previously mentioned, a gentle adeptal tune
Oh,
is required
Madam
to take full
Ping gave
advantage of the
that.
mechanism. One secured such a tune from Streetward Rambler. Only with her melodies can the mechanism reach its peak power.
Nice.
Whoa, Paimon can feel what you mean. Paimon's body feels light as a feather. It's as if she's lying down on a warm patch of grass after a super satisfying meal.
Can you say that your body feels light as a feather if you literally fly all the time? So, no change?
And you and I. Is the mechanism helping you to relax?
Oh, she's gone.
It appears she has already succumbed to the depths of reverie. Come, join one on this side. We shall give her some time to herself.
Again. Don't go too far, though. I feel like we need to monitor her.
The drought is over.
Wow.
Why do you look like you want to cry?
The potion. It's nearly run its course.
Man.
I've never regretted meeting you. Not even for a second.
Oh, he died.
Please.
Grandpa died.
Please, no.
Wow, the shot would be so pretty if it weren't for the ugly NPC model.
This is the world you left behind. One of gentle breeze and morning dew, perfectly straddled betwixt the realms of heaven and earth.
Grandma either took a nap or should we call him Morg? I've got Hu Tao on speed dial, don't worry.
This is your home. This is where you belong. You should have never left.
She's the white crane?
The
What?
me from not that long ago. We should have never.
She is an Adeptus. Literally, what did I say? So man, this bird model's crunchy. So the bird, okay, Shuyu was sick and she was saved by her grandma, who's a bird. Is that it? Why wasn't her grandma with her? Is that why? I don't know.
So that is the truth. No wonder this place is so
That
familiar.
fish just leaped so high. Plot twist! It was the grandma all along. Okay.
Granny, are you okay?
Is that your grandma, Paimon?
Cloud Retainer.
Oh, she got it. She
Your memories
figured it
have
out.
Returned.
Wait, did you just call her by her full name? Does that mean...
Did you just call her by her full name? Do we have to follow up a fact with a question, Paimon? Granny's like, Cloud Retainer. And Paimon's like, you said her full name. Yes! Did you just do that? Did you not hear her just do that, Paimon?
You already knew each other?
Paimon! Paimon, please! Please,
Yes.
Paimon.
I now remember everything. Everything.
Oh.
Granny,
Please
My
don't cry.
husband died
I'm here.
in the war.
I'm here.
Oh, don't worry, my dear child. Granny is fine.
And it only took an hour and a half. Yeah!
I'm so sorry, everyone. You've gone to
Paimon
so
writing
much
up a whole
trouble
TED
on my
talk to explain
behalf.
how someone just said 2 words. Literally. Like, I feel like... Oh, you guys. Here's the exact reason why I have a problem with Paimon. It's because she repeats things, but dumbs it down so much. It feels like the developers are trying to talk to me like I'm 5. Like, you know how it is when you say, like, okay, now say it again, but say it like you're talking to a 5-year-old. It's like that, except all the time with Paimon. That's why normally I actually like the hangout quests better than character quests, because Paimon's not in them. So when I tell you that when I was playing Heizo's Hangout... Why was she in over half of it? Why? Why? Did the developers think I needed explanation for, like, the mystery detective work? Literally just have Heizo do it. What the heck? Why? It ruined my experience. But Ito was in it too, so that helped. That helped. But I swear, when I saw Paimon show up in a hangout quest, I was like, no, no. You can't do this to me. Please. This is supposed to be my Paimon free time. This is supposed to be when I actually get to play the game. When I actually get to say stuff that matters.
It's all come back to me now. The most important thing that I had forgotten was the truth of what I once was.
A bird.
One can sense the guilt that now plagues your conscience. Reclaiming a truth long buried is sure to come with a myriad of complex emotions.
Yes.
Perhaps one should recount the story on your behalf while you compose yourself.
Yeah. I feel like we could have done this story in a solid 30 minutes.
No,
Player too dumb for
okay.
game. Paimon must explain
Now that
everything.
I've remembered,
right?
I must face my memories head on.
Like, I'm an adult. I don't need... I do have complex thoughts,
everyone.
actually.
I cannot thank you enough for all your help. I'm ready to tell you my
How
story.
terrible would it be if Paimon got captured and we spent a whole quest by ourselves trying to find her? I would purposely never finish that quest.
Please, Granny, don't force yourself.
But it would be nice without her.
Matter. I love you more than anything. Nothing you say can change that.
How sweet.
I know, dear child. My feelings for you are exactly the same.
You're
It is
part
for
bird.
this reason that you deserve to know the truth.
Little child, you're 1/4 bird.
Some time ago, I made a terrible mistake. One for which I could never atone.
Is this
Duh.
the sin that you mentioned in Xianyun Karst? What happened?
I am, in truth, not a human being. My real form, one that I held for centuries, was that of a wild crane.
Like Adeptus crane or just random bird crane?
I spent many, many years living on Mount Outsong, bathing in the soft breeze.
Oh, she really
and
was just a
drinking
bird.
the sweet dew
Man.
of the mountains. At some point, I somehow gained wisdom and sentience.
That feel when the bird
Lord
gains
of the
wisdom and
mountain,
sentience.
Cloud Retainer became aware of my existence and began to share many stories with me. She even passed on the secret of cultivation to me. Though she never took me on as a formal disciple, I always saw her as my master. Whenever she took out her tools to work on mechanisms
I can't help
or
it.
new inventions,
Grandma
I
used to
would
be
also
wild, literally,
stand
this
next to
time.
her and
Yeah.
watch. I even contemplated completing my training and becoming an adeptus in my own right.
I'm so
I
tired.
followed her teachings, and time gradually passed us by. Until that fateful day, 50 years
Oh, Lord. The crab is schmoobin'. the most interesting thing that's happened in this quest. The crab. The crab slowly waddle across the screen.
50 years ago?
Anyways, the drought.
That's right.
Yeah.
Master regaled me with many stories of her past deeds. From them, I learned how she had saved people from a similar crisis in the past. She was the one I looked up to the most. More than anything, I dreamt of becoming an adeptus like her.
Nope, you've got an
I wanted
NPC
to
model. You're
travel the
doomed to
land
die.
like she
Crab
had,
dance to her
living
tragic
and
story.
suffering wherever I went.
Let's go, crab rave.
But I was still far from being a real adeptus. I possessed no ability to take on human form and fit in with the
Clearly you
crowd.
figured it out eventually.
Once she learned of my desires, Master prepared a special dose of human mimicry potion for me.
How nice of her.
She warned me that the potion's effects would only last 10 years, and if I were to fail to return to my original form at the end of that time, I would forever forget my past as a crane and become something neither human, beast, nor adeptus.
And let me guess. You didn't listen. You fell in love. And people do stupid things when they fall in love.
Oh no. So that was the source of your dementia all along.
But you didn't turn into Bird.
Grandpa?
Indeed, I fell in love. Though he was human,
I still
he
want to
had
know
spent his entire life training on Mount Tianheng. When we met,
why Cloud
it
Retainer,
was not
like,
only my
brought out
first
her human
foray
form
into the
50 years
world
ago.
below, but his as well.
That's what Zhao mentioned. That's what I'm here for. I don't really care about this woman. Grandma, you seem nice and all, but, like, no.
Although clumsy
I'm bored.
and impulsive as he was, you'd think he was the real
Oh, Lord, he
strange
running.
bird among the two of us. But
Oh,
still,
he was so strange. He was so funny when he fell down the cliff. I
wanted
was so-
more than anything to cleanse it of all pain and suffering.
Yeah, that time when he fell off that hill and he got a concussion, hilarious.
I could not help but fall for
I
him.
just love him so much.
But my time continued to tick away. Those 10 years passed by in a flash. Yet I did not want to leave his side, so I...
You didn't listen.
Oh no. What happened next?
Paimon. Paimon, please. Please. Context clues, Paimon. What do you think happened? She didn't turn back. It's so obvious. Makes me remember of Grandpa's Springtrap. What a stream that was. I said a lot of things I regret that day.
I committed an offense.
I gotta get the
wanted to stay
lore
with him,
ending for
even
that.
if it meant
The
living
true
a
ending.
life full of pain and suffering, even if it meant that I would eventually turn into a monstrosity.
He fell for her literally, so she fell for him figuratively. Of course, when someone falls down in front of you, don't you literally just fall in love with them on the spot?
I knew I had betrayed Master's hopes, but I was too ashamed to face her. So I wrote her a long letter instead and asked someone to leave it outside her abode.
Oh my gosh. So not only are you disobedient, but you're a coward. Got it.
I was convinced that she would not support my decision, and I lacked the courage to speak to her face to face. In my shame, I fled and tried to hide from the world.
Man.
Such that no one would be able to find me again.
So that's why you see this dialogue choice, it means nothing.
But that was only the beginning
It's
of my
just to make
troubles.
sure you're still
I
awake.
began to suffer from a strange illness. My memories became hazy and confused.
Oh no!
And I could no longer
The
keep
consequences
myself
of your
awake.
actions?
I understood that my pain was caused by my refusal to return to the life I was fated to lead.
The consequences of your actions? No way.
Along with
Literally
my
that thing
memories
you
as
were
a
told
crane,
would happen if you
I
didn't
soon
listen?
forgot the true cause of my suffering as well. I knew only that I had committed a sin. All I could do was pray for forgiveness, even if I had long forgotten what needed to be
Wow,
forgiven.
such a great quest. Can she stop talking already? We've been going for a long
Looking back,
time.
I was beyond lucky to have come across that traveling merchant at Wangshu Inn. It was such a fortunate coincidence that we were there at the same time. If it weren't for those soul-revitalizing tea pills, I probably would have...
Oh, wait. It's coming together. I get it. Cloud Retainer was the merchant.
Granny, what's wrong?
I got it.
Coincidence? Why did I ever think it was a coincidence? Tea pills concocted using the blood
I
of an
figured it out. I
adeptus?
cracked the code, guys.
It couldn't be. Master, don't tell me. Back then, that merchant was actually...
Oh boy. Out of all the forms you could have picked for your merchant, why do you have to pick the one with the sussy mustache?
Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts
Oh,
to be in order
no.
when one's progeny is wedded.
What?
Consider the pills a symbol of one's best wishes.
Holy smokes. She's been pretty bearable, but that sentence... Human custom would dictate the conferral of gifts to be in order when one's progeny is wedded, would it not? Holy. See, at least when Fischl says stuff like this, she has Oz to translate. What the heck? They really did just stick every word in a thesaurus on that one. Not gonna lie, I did almost fall asleep during this part of the quest when I played it. So making sure you're still awake is smart on the developer's part. Yeah.
So when I tried to conceal my name
Man.
and mistakes from the world and hide
Progeny.
myself away in perpetuity, the only person I managed to deceive was myself. You knew where I was all along.
Yes, she's an adeptus. I hate skipping dialogue in story games, but... yeah. Most of the time, I don't like to skip
One still
dialogue,
remembers when you
but
were but a fledgling.
this is
Possessed
tempting.
a certain fondness for a particular game. You would hide yourself among a group of wild cranes and ask one to pick you out from among the flock.
Well,
One found you with such ease every time. 'Tis a truth most evident.
why is Paimon dumbing
One
down what the granny
always
is saying, but not what
recognizes
Cloud
one's
Retainer
enemy,
is saying? Paimon, be
no
helpful.
matter what form they may take.
Literally. Like, Paimon. This is when I need you.
Wait. Paimon's confused.
Oh no, never mind. I forget what I said. I don't need it.
So, Cloud Retainer, you found Yuendai again? But how? When? And what happened after that?
I'm gonna strangle her. We literally have already been over it, Paimon. Yes, she found you and I again, obviously, because they just said that. How? She took the form of a merchant man and sold the pills, obviously. And then what happened after that? She took them. The symptoms receded because she made them, obviously. And now we're here. What the heck? Let's be honest, Paimon doesn't understand a word Cloud Retainer is saying. That is true.
Perhaps it is now time for one to recount the rest of the tale.
We already know it. Except for the husband. That's the only part we haven't learned about, but we can assume he died. We can assume he perished. Oh, okay. I'm playing through the memories. At least I get to do something. This is more interesting.
Was furious upon receiving your letter. Seized with anger,
As sparkly.
one set out to bring you to your senses.
Yippee! See, I like this better. Show, not tell, Genshin. This whole quest has been telling. Buddy. Okay. Like, this is so, like, this is more enjoyable because I actually get to do something instead of just sitting here. Pretty. Oh. It's Xianyun. When did I get here? Was I not just on Mount Outsong? Okay. Sure. Let's go.
In truth, one had more than a few misgivings about your chosen partner. As an exorcist,
Ouch.
his talent was lacking. One could hardly say his skill with sigils was any better.
Man.
But soon, one came to appreciate the devotion he bestowed upon you during your illness. He never uttered a complaint and rarely left your side.
Yes.
Unwilling to begrudge someone of such character, one decided to overlook his aforementioned deficiencies.
Man.
Glaring though they may have been, wishing to grant you a life without regrets, one gathered many divine ingredients and used one's own blood to create a form of medicine. Though imperfect, it managed to suppress the more dire effects of your illness.
We literally already know. We literally already heard about this. Why are we rehashing the thing we just said?
As for how to deliver the medicine,
I was
after much contemplation, one eventually decided to perform the deed oneself.
Wow.
One took great care to alter one's features
Great
and select
care.
the appropriate attire. Only after meticulous
It was
scrutiny
only
did
the
one
mustache that
finally
she
set out
changed,
for
man.
Wang Shu Inn. As one expected, you were most ignorant of one's true identity. You showed not even the slightest inkling of recognition.
Clearly, we know.
One was quite torn. Should one have celebrated the success of one's disguise, or mourn the loss of your acquaintance?
It's literally your fault that she forgot, but whatever. But okay. Oh my gosh. Oop. I have failed. I don't know how to use you. Okay. Come on. Oh no. This game has poor climbing mechanics. Okay, there we go. Superman has a better disguise than that. You're not wrong. A chest. I don't want that. One talks in such manner in order to confuse another and or to brag about one's intellect, or so much at least one believes. Yeah. Yep. She's like, I'm smart. Did you know I'm smart? Sorry, did you know one is smart? Okay, it's literally forcing me to know how to use this skill and I don't know. Oh, how do I do it?
One would speak
I don't get it.
If you are amenable,
I feel like I'm using her skill wrong.
One was simply flabbergasted that you could so easily forget the consequences of consuming medicine infused with adeptal blood.
Hold on.
Its proclivity to attract monsters is hardly that complicated.
I think you click.
To remember.
You click to get more height, I think.
To travel
yeah, okay.
Sickness and heavy with child. Had one not intervened to clear the fog, all of you would have.
One concurs with your deduction and statement. Yeah. She literally is just like, I'm so smart. That's why she talks like that. It's like, we get it. You know big words. Okay. I actually like Xianyun's playstyle. It's just, I don't like Xianyun. I don't hate her. And honestly, like, I don't like, I know I say I don't like her, but like, I don't dislike her. I just don't like her. It's separate. I'm just like, you're there. Cool. And putting me on a team with just her, though. Oh, Girly Pop is not a main DPS. Okay.
Those monsters would hardly have pursued you with such ferocity without sufficient incentive. They were likely incited by the presence of godly remains.
Oh, godly remains. I remember that from Baiju's quest.
said godly remains, in turn, were likely drawn to the trace of one scent on your body. One was, after all, an active
Hope she murdered all of them.
Archon War. Some of the gods were likely shattered by contraptions of one's very making. In the end, one was relieved to see you endure through the night. At the break of dawn, one heard an infant's cry pierce through the air.
We already talked about this
You
part.
carefully cradle the child to your chest. Although certain mortal matters remain foreign to me, one could not help but be moved by your joy.
Inspiring.
To see you happy, that was more than enough.
Inspiring. Okay. How long? Oh, 2 hours. Oh, we just hit 2 hours. Ugh. Okay. Oh no, it's gonna make me do a big boost over this hole.
Wait.
Oh boy, I love repetition.
If that's true, then
Oh wait, no, it's not.
care of
Okay.
me when I was sick must also be.
I still want to try it.
One had almost neglected
Oh,
to recount the
I
absurdities
got
of
it.
that tale.
I got it. I thought that the dots were like how many charges she had, not like if you keep hitting E, she goes higher. Oh no. Yo, Liyue Harbor. What do you mean I can't go this way? What do you mean?
Just as you and I troubled one with her antics, so did you give one many a headache. Upon finding you burning with fever, one made plans to bring you back to one's abode for treatment.
Drink
However,
water.
Upon seeing one's form, you began to cry, refusing to get on one's back. When one asked you why, apparently you believed that one could not possibly be a true Adeptus, because all illuminated cranes are white from tip to toe. One had no choice but to apply powder to one's body to conceal the variegated nature of
The
one's
brain rot is
appearance.
too much for this one.
You became more
It is.
than amenable enough when one stood before you devoid of any other coloring.
So how do we make Xianyun's quest long? What if we make them play the quest 3 times? Genius! For
It
real.
bears mentioning, however, that as a crane, Yuendai was nearly entirely pure white in color. Though you had never encountered her in that form, you still recognized the essence of her being.
Why? That makes no sense.
Perhaps fate brought you two together in more ways than one.
I liked my idea I had earlier that another drought was gonna happen and we had to stop it. So
Now all has been revealed.
why can't we have some character quests that aren't NPC-centric, you know? Like, I don't know, fixing some sort of, you know, natural disaster or some sort of bad thing, you know?
One owes
Stopping
you an
some bad guys,
apology,
good old-fashioned style, you know?
One recognized you upon your very entrance into Wanmin restaurant. One has always viewed you as a disciple of equal
Please tell me this is
standing
almost
with
over.
Ganyu and Shenhe. Indeed, one wished to bring your story to a satisfactory end with this visit to Liyue Harbor. Still, one could not reveal your identity right away. Had one simply
Yippee!
informed you of all you had lost, all those cherished
I miss the
memories
funny
would
water
never
and
have
Tartar
become a
fighting the whale.
fictionalized
Exactly.
account of another.
I want some action. This whole quest is just talking. At least she was present for the whole quest. Stares at Ayato. Stop.
Memories are most meaningful when recalled by those who live through them.
It was Ayato's quest. It was actually the
Even if the
NPC's
process
quest
is
featuring
painful and
Ayato.
arduous to experience. Have you any further inquiries?
You know, I love how that whole memory section just rehashed everything I basically already knew, except for what happened to Grandma's husband. The one thing we don't know.
Master, I must ask.
The only thing I care
if you
about.
found me all those years ago, why did you leave me be, even though you knew about my mistake? Why did you not bring me back to Mount Outsong by force?
One has never regarded your action as a mistake. It was a simple choice, nothing more. When it is time for one's progeny to leave the nest,
progeny,
it is the
that big word
responsibility of an
again.
elder to let them fly free. Yet, when your wings grow weary, and the night, 'tis a refuge referred to by many a name in mortal writing. Home, nest, haven. One speaks, of course, of a place not unlike one's own abode. One's disciples are free to come and go as they wish, yet the door remains.
Thank you. I just...
You and I.
I don't have time for all this emotional, all this emotional stuff. Can't believe there's so many time-sensitive things happening, yet the traveler chose to help a random grandma with dementia. Right?
One expects you too have sensed the rapid deterioration of your condition as of late. Have you not?
That's what happens when you get old.
40 years ago, you chose a path without a future. Though one used one's own blood to provide you with a few decades of extra time.
Yippee, she's dying.
Even the power of an adeptus has its limits.
Oh, she's a human, so now she's a
forgotten your life
old
as a
human.
In the end, you would have turned into a creature. Fortunately, you were able to avoid that scenario by reclaiming your memories. Though one sped the...
So, what's gonna happen to Granny?
One will help her reclaim her original form as a wild crane. If it be fated, she may recover her sentience one day.
So, we're gonna kill off the grandma you know and love.
She's gotta go back to being a regular crane, huh?
She has to?
Master, you've already done more than enough for me. I don't know how I could possibly repay your kindness. This is a better result than I could have ever hoped for.
I don't think so, honestly.
How much time do I have left?
I wouldn't want to go back to being a crane. I would just live out the rest of my days as an old grandma, like every other human, and then I'd move on.
Not long. The transformation is imminent.
Granny?
Oh.
Please don't leave, okay? You're all I have left. Please.
That's too bad. Your grandma made a poor choice, honey.
Don't be sad, dear child. Granny has led a wonderful life. My only regret is having to leave you behind.
Yeah, get in line, Grandma. Everybody else in the universe has to do that,
Don't forget to eat well, okay? A growing young lady like yourself needs lots of good food to grow big and strong. Promise Granny you'll take good care of yourself when I'm gone.
I feel like I'm supposed to feel something right now. I don't.
Promise, Granny. I'll do whatever you say.
Good girl. Good girl.
Your Gram's going back to her wild days. She is.
Granny's gonna become the most formidable crane in all of Mount Outsong. Granny will train day and night.
This would not be comforting to me.
I won't.
I'd be like, I don't want you to go at all.
Into a human without having to rely on anything but my own power. When that day comes, we'll be able to live together.
Oh, now she's giving her false hope? Oh my gosh.
How's that sound?
Good.
That's a good girl. Even though we won't see each other for a little while, as long as we both work hard, we're sure to meet again someday.
I'll eat well, Granny. I promise. And I'll wait for you, no matter how long it takes. I'll wait for you to come back.
Honestly, like, it's not that I can't care about Genshin NPCs, because I can. I have before. Jet, for instance. Jet is really cool and I like her. So it's not an NPC bias that I have. It's that the writing sucks. It's that I'm literally so tired. I'm like, just die faster, Granny. Come on. This kid will be dead by the time she can turn into anything. Yeah. It's a midlife
That's a
crisis.
good
I don't
girl.
know.
Then Granny really has no more regrets.
Like, this doesn't feel like a good
I'm so
ending to
sorry,
me.
Master. Thank you for everything.
We never said anything about her husband. Come on. Literally. Oh, no. She's a crunchy bird. Bye, Grandma. Ah, you're getting your shoes wet, Xianyun. Now look what you've done.
Let her be. At her age,
I almost cried when I saw
crying
Tartar
is a
jump from the
natural,
portal just to
if
fight
not
off the whale and
fitting
then jump back into the void. Exactly! That was good! I mean, I literally cried during that quest. The quest where... Oh... Nuvulette made me cry. Farina.
Tears are a necessary part of maturation. Sometimes there is scarcely a better vehicle to wash away the toll of stress and misery.
You say this like it wasn't like this child had no idea she was gonna start her day and she was gonna see her grandma turn into a crane later. Like, you know, most people when they lose their grandparents, you know, they kind of have some mourning, you know. Personally, I don't expect my grandma to turn into a crane, so... But that's just me. She didn't even know that she was a crane at all before today.
Give yourself some time.
We'll try to forget that spelling
Take
mistake.
a nap if you must.
Yeah.
One will wake you in due time.
Time to find out if this thing works. Is it a cutscene? Wow. Her model's glitching a little. That's better. Maybe Grams can lend me that dementia so I can forget faster. Yeah. They're really trying to paint this as a happy ending. This isn't happy at all. This isn't happy. Huh? What? She can literally do it? You don't expect your grandma to turn into a crane? I thought that's what they do. Actually love this cutscene though. It's one of my favorites. It's very well animated. Oh no!
I always believed we would see each other again. That our days of separation would finally end. And all my
How can you just do that at the end of this quest? Excuse you! No, that's not allowed. I've been memeing this whole time! I can't do this!
If only things could stay this way.
Stop it! It was a dream. That's so mean. Why would you just take me out like that?
Curious. If you're relaxed, shouldn't your dreams be pleasant?
They were pleasant.
It was a good dream.
Oh, she's talking.
You weren't ready to wake up.
That's so rude. I've literally been not emotionally invested at all this whole time. And then they're like, he's ether. No. Disgusting behavior. How could you just catch me with my guards down like that?
Words of comfort are not one's strong suit. You are
Bro.
doing all you can. One can see your strength of will.
They made us suffer so
fearlessness in
much.
the
How could
face
they
of
make me
danger.
feel something?
And so,
Right?
whatever your dream may be,
Ugh.
one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you, or you become weary,
Rude.
one is always here for you.
See, this cutscene is literally fine. I like
After
this.
all, as an elder, it is only right to look out for the young ones.
You say that like you didn't just turn someone's grandma into a crane. Oh, Paimon's drooling. Disgusting. And just like that, my emotions are gone. Man, that was a good cutscene though. It was good. I just hate the rest of the quest. The thing is, I'm so like sensitive to like sibling stuff, man. I'm like, because I have siblings and I love them, you know? So it's like, oh, it always hits me hard. That was so rude.
Was Paimon sleeping just now?
Hot take. It wasn't worth the 2 hours of nothing. Yeah. Yeah. We could have just done all of that in 30 minutes and had the cutscene, you know? Alright, time to, you know,
Paimon wasn't talking to you. Paimon had a
punch
dream about
Paimon
eating
into
grilled
the
chicken
void.
drumsticks, that's all. Madam Adeptus? Oh, Xianyun,
That was
you're
so
awake.
mean.
How do you feel? I feel a little better. Thanks. I know I'll
They're
sleep
like, why don't we
early
put the
again
most
someday,
heart-wrenching
so I
cutscene
don't
in the
feel
most
so sad
boring quest?
Madam
That's the only, they knew they needed something to make it
Can I,
interesting.
ask you something? Would you take me in as a disciple?
Well, you've got nothing else to do.
And have you reasons for this sudden interest?
I have no parents, and I have no grandma, and no one can watch me. The quest should have been meet Ganyu, meet Shenhua, have cutscene, end. You forgot, we have to meet Zhao, and then it ends.
I know Granny thought what she
And
did
then
back
it
then was
ends.
wrong. She felt really bad about it. But without that mistake, I would have never been born.
Yeah.
Even though Granny lost her memories, she never forgot to show me how much she loved me. So, I thought maybe
It's
one day
offensive.
I could become a cool adeptus like you and help a whole bunch of people, just like Granny wanted to do.
Upon some reflection, one supposes you are no mere mortal. The fact that Yuandai's blood flows through your
Yeah,
veins
she's
is
part
proof
bird,
enough of
remember?
that. If this is what you desire, one shall make it so.
Hmm.
Thank you so much, Madam Adeptus. No, I mean, Master.
Great. And now she's not gonna be lonely anymore.
Xianyun, are you sure about this?
Shut up.
Paimon's gonna let you in on a little secret. We've seen Cloud Retainer's 2 other disciples, and they pretty much eat nothing but bitter herbs like chinchin and violet grass.
Oh no. The horror. They eat their greens.
If you join them, you'll never enjoy Wanmin Restaurant's delicious cooking ever again.
Didn't we literally eat food at Wanmin Restaurant yesterday?
How utterly preposterous. One has never enforced such a rule. Every individual must find their own path to enlightenment. So long as one retains a pureness of spirit, one's dietary proclivities are quite irrelevant.
Well, you say that, but Paimon's not seeing any tasty treats up here now, is she?
I swear, I'm so tired of this bit. I'm so done with it. Like, it's not funny. The hungry Paimon bit is not funny anymore. It was hungry, like, it was hungry? No, it was funny, like, the first time. And it's not funny anymore. That was still today, Geekling. It just felt like yesterday. Yeah, I've been streaming since yesterday. Wait, she can actually become an Adeptus? I was ready to say, sure, kid, you can become Spider-Man with enough work.
Although
She's
Mount
got the tragic
Alphon is
backstory
rich
and
in natural
everything.
beauty, Its location does preclude access to certain finer mortal comforts.
Oh, that's right. She wants to move into the harbor.
Why one plans to relocate to Liyue Harbor. Xianyun shall have the honor of becoming one's first disciple in the human world.
That's good, because not having enough social time has wrecked the other two.
You're leaving Mao outside?
Oh my
one has
goodness.
Never concerned oneself with the location of one's residence.
Okay.
Yet in the end, all of one's disciples ended up
Yes,
in
they
Liyue.
did.
One has reflected on this fact for many years now. One can only assume that it is due to some failing on one's part. As
Yeah, probably
one
was.
is most curious as to what aspect of Liyue Harbor could have enticed them.
It was
to
cool,
remain
and
there.
they had friends.
Why are you all so silent?
Just waiting for you to run out of words.
Paimon is, just a bit shocked.
That explains
that's
why
all.
she talks like that.
So,
Yeah,
does this
she
mean
has.
we can
She
grab
hasn't
a meal
spoken to
together
anyone in
Liyue
years.
Harbor sometime?
One has precious little time to squander. However, if one finds oneself otherwise unoccupied,
Great.
one will be assuming the identity of a human while residing in Liyue Harbor.
Lovely, I won't.
Don't worry, we'll help
Won't
you
tell
keep it a
anyone.
secret.
Yeah.
So, when can we expect to start seeing you in the city?
After our quest is done, we're wasting too much time.
Perhaps in 2 days' time.
Oh my gosh, two
One
whole
has
days.
some matters to see to before one's departure. Preparation is the key to success, after all.
Okay.
One has already picked out a handsome property near Chuhu Rock. 'Tis no
Since
small
when?
purchase.
Seems like you've really thought of everything. Then how about we meet up in Liyue Harbor and
A sensible plan.
'Kay.
Oh, also, why don't you take this
The suspense sus?
suspense mechanism as a souvenir?
The
Anytime
sus?
you should feel.
Awesome! Thanks, Cloud!
Now I can meditate whenever I want. Great.
Didn't we promise Shincho that we'd
Now I
tell
can
him
have
what we
more
found
depressing
out?
dreams. Let's go.
Should we make a
Oh,
trip
we
to
get
the
stuff to
Bean
sing
Promise
show.
Club? It's totally empty.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Can't wait to see what our new disciple does in the future. Oh wait, I forgot the NPCs that character quests involved around are never seen again. Yeah. Oh, I gotta wait until 2 days later to talk to Singcho? What? That makes no sense. Why can't I go talk to him now while I wait for the 2 days to pass? Hoyo takes every NPC behind the back of the barn and sends them to a better place whenever the quest ends. Alright, Xianyun, you're gonna go join your grandma. The story doesn't need you anymore. Oh, darn it. I didn't mean to. Wasn't I supposed to talk to Singcho? Is he here? Please, unless it's like an optional thing. He's here. Good. Hey,
We meet
Singcho.
again, dear friends. How did everything go?
I almost missed that.
Great! And it's all thanks to you!
We go over the whole story with Singcho.
Ah, I see.
Where did this man come
So the
from?
stories didn't get it right after all. Even though she was a celebrated heroine, she had to bear a heavy burden that most could not hope to understand. Thank goodness for the help of that Adeptus.
Bye.
At least she was able to recover what she had lost.
He was just like, what you guys talking about?
Although I
Okay,
cannot
nothing
claim to
interesting,
know
I'm
exactly
going.
how their story will unfold from here, I trust the ending will be a happy one. Those united
Yippee!
in a common purpose always find a way back to each other in the end. Thank you for helping
Yeah.
me fill in the gaps. And don't worry, I'll keep this all to myself. It's not my story to tell, after all.
Great. You're not a blabbermouth like some other people. I know. Especially a certain little white floaty friend.
Squall Fury.
Get out of my way! Okay. Oh no, she's talking to another NPC.
Your concerns are excessive and unfounded. This is but a simple collection of ordinary valuables. Such intense
Look at those
scrutiny is
suitcases.
hardly necessary.
Honestly, I think if you're moving into a house, this is actually packing pretty light.
To be quite honest, your insistence on that fact is my primary cause for concern.
Oh my
In what
gosh.
way are any of these ordinary? Every single item here could be worth more than everything I own combined. I simply can't risk shelling out that kind of mora without proper scrutiny.
If I'm wrong, I would never be able to earn it back. Not even if I worked every single day for the rest of my life. I have to be careful. Yes, you can never be too careful.
Are we watching this right now? Sorry, what's happening?
Miss Xianyun.
Paimon, you have to stop.
What are you guys arguing about?
Paimon, you need to shut your trap. Clearly, you can't. Like, you're so bad at this. Xianyun and Xingqiu must get along. Xianyun and Marinette have the same sense of in what counts as a disguise. You're right.
Ah, perfect timing. This ignoramus is questioning the authenticity of my wares.
Ignoramus? Oh my gosh.
I'll have you know, these items have remained untouched in my personal collection for
I'll vouch for her.
Several hundred years?
Yes.
Indeed. They're family heirlooms, you see. Passed down over many generations.
Good save.
Yep, they've definitely been around a while.
Paimon, you're making it worse.
Hear that? Had I not found myself in need of Mora, I would scarcely have had the heart to part with them. Indeed, you should consider it an honor to even have the opportunity to behold
Yes,
them.
they're very cool.
Doubt their authenticity any further, and I may just
She'll
decide—
kill
Whoa,
you.
whoa, whoa, please don't go! I apologize for any insult, miss. You see, I know full well that I lack the knowledge to judge the true worth.
Oh my gosh, an appraiser. It's gonna be another random NPC. Let's go.
Very well. I will
Let's
wait for a little while
go.
longer.
Unless it's Zhongli.
Traveler, Paimon.
Unless it's Zhongli, then I don't want to see any of it.
It's you two again.
What? They actually gave her a custom outfit. What is this? Hello?
Xianyun, you got a new outfit. It looks great on you.
Mm-hmm. Master made it for me. I like it too.
This is the most effort they've ever put in a Genshin NPC's model.
Huh? You know how to make clothes?
Oh my gosh, Paimon. She's literally the great inventor. You think she can't sew a garment?
Do I know how to make clothes?
Yeah.
Master, I brought in most of my stuff. There's a few
Fret not.
Cool.
I shall help you move them into
Great.
your room.
Actually, I should probably sort through my stuff a bit first. Everything's kind of...
It appears my young apprentice
Oh
has
my
her own
gosh.
Now, this expert
Where's the
you
expert?
mentioned, when can we expect their
Bring the
arrival?
expert in so that I can leave.
Soon. Here, allow me to
Oh
make
my
some
gosh, thank
introductions.
goodness.
This is Mr. Zhongli.
Thank the Lord.
Well-respected consultant at Wangshang Funeral Parlor and an expert in all manner
Please
of
help
valuables and
me.
antiques.
Help me.
Mr. Zhongli, this is Miss Xianyun. She's the one who
They already know each other.
Valuables I mentioned earlier.
I love how the traveler barely reacted. She just went... like that was all she did. Hi. They had to pull in a bunch of other characters because they knew how boring Cloud Retainer is.
Huh,
indeed.
If it isn't Miss Xianyun. It has been quite some time since our last meeting.
Yes.
What a serendipitous reunion.
Indeed, most serendipitous.
There we go.
Have you been faring well as of late, Mr. Zhongli?
Quite well, thank you. I was fortunate enough over the past few days to enjoy both a stroll in the mountains and a fresh brew of tea from the most recent harvest.
Wow.
The experiences left me with such insight and peace.
Yes.
Huh. So you two are already acquainted?
What is with the dumb questions in this quest?
Indeed.
Them literally being
How
like, oh my gosh,
fortunate
it's
we
been
are
so
that fate
long.
has
He's like,
brought
do you
us
guys
together
know
again.
each other?
If you are otherwise unaware, allow me to inform you that Miss Xianyun is a well-regarded collector and appraiser.
Yes.
She is well-versed in all fields, and oft-celebrated
Did they
for
do
her
it?
impeccable taste.
Why are they
You
so
stand
awkward
to
around
gain
each other?
much from this opportunity.
I don't know. Great question.
You are too kind, Mr. Zhongli. True
'Cause
collectors
everyone's
pride
bad
themselves
actors
on
here.
Their wealth of knowledge and eye for detail.
They're both pretending to
I
be
can say
human,
without
yeah.
doubt that you are foremost in that.
Gotta make sure nobody says anything dumb.
Why, you flatter me, Miss Xianyun. It would seem that you are as self-effacing as ever.
Not at all, Mr. Zhongli. Not at all.
Yeah, get out of here.
While I
We
am
don't need you anymore.
loath to butt into this conversation, I must ask,
What?
You two already knew each other, and you seem to have quite a cordial relationship.
Oh my gosh.
Can I be certain that you're not working together to swindle me? I mean, you never know.
Do you want this stuff or not?
A preposterous accusation. The heavens themselves would collapse before we would conspire to do such a thing.
Man.
Miss Xianyun speaks the truth.
He's like, yeah, the heavens would
Contracts are
collapse.
built on honesty and trust.
Man.
If that proves
The
to be
contract
beyond your
man is here.
capabilities in this instance, this transaction may be taken elsewhere.
Oh my gosh, he's taking the transaction elsewhere.
Say no more. Let us depart.
I jest. What fool would still harbor doubts after Mr. Zhongli himself has vouched for the goods? Miss Xianyun, wait. I deeply
gosh, we're
apologize
still
for
going.
doubting you. So, Mr. Zhongli, could you please...
Yes,
There is no cause for concern. They are indeed rare and precious valuables.
And then the
Take
NPC
this
goes,
mechanism,
you
for
must be
instance.
lying to me
Though
to
one may
swindle
not
me.
immediately perceive its purpose, its structure and appearance are exquisite enough to merit it a place in any fine home.
Yes.
The same can be said for this one here. Few could hope
This
to
one here
possess
that we
an item
cannot
that so
say what it
perfectly
is.
blends mechanical wonder with geometric grace.
Wow.
I am sure you have heard from your travels that the study of mechanisms is among the most wondrous arts in this world. With that in mind, I earnestly recommend procuring every last item in this collection.
All right. Since I hired you as my consultant, Mr. Zhongli, then in that case, Miss Xianyun, I'll take the
He'll
lot.
take the lot.
The Northland Bank? Huh. Oh, you refer to the fiduciary house. Oh,
The
very
fiduciary house. I'm done with this quest. I'm ready for it to be over.
I fear people only use the term bank nowadays. In that case...
Oh boy. Snore, snore. Is that what she did? I'm pretty sure she just sighed. What the heck?
My friends, have you been doing well?
My friend.
We've been great. How about you? Paimon didn't know you were such a busy consultant.
My days have been quite pleasant as well. I had been quietly enjoying a cup of tea when Mr. Xiaozu requested my services.
How dare he interrupt your tea time?
As for you, Miss Xianyun,
Can't believe the
I
quest isn't
presume
over
you must
yet.
be looking
Me
to
too.
settle in
Why
the
are we
city?
just doing this? Like we're just talking like it's over. It's
I
done
must
now.
say, the name Xianyun sounds exceedingly strange coming from you. Perhaps you could dispense of that particular epithet in further conversation.
Whatever for. Am I not addressing you as a friend should?
Right, literally, if you have to call him Zhongli, he has to call you Xianyun. It's just how it goes. I don't think I've ever seen you suffer this much. This is so boring. I'm so bored right now. Zhongli is helping, but he's like right at the tail end and my stamina is gone.
Well, that is true. Alas, refer to me however you will.
It would seem that you have gained many valuable insights over the years, Cloud Retainer.
One has
I've just heard
indeed.
so much idle
One's previous
talk in this
days were all
quest.
brief.
I'm like,
Now
why
that
am I
one has
here?
made up one's mind to
These
move
people
and
literally
settle,
could just have this
one has gained
conversation
a
without
much
me.
better appreciation of the hubbub and commotion of the city, as what this
Yes.
city is much
Yeah, it's just so
Not
different.
Unlike the ocean tides, so too shall the movement of people ebb and flow. From turmoil to peace.
And I'm hungry,
enlightenment
and
to
I'm-
aspiration. Human society possesses limitless potential.
You know.
In another 1,000 years, the scene we witness here may change in ways that are impossible for either of us to imagine.
That's enough reflection for one day. No need to get all sentimental on us.
And then Paimon's grating voice yeets me back into
You
reality.
make a valid point, Paimon. Now that
No,
the
don't
sale has
encourage her.
concluded, what say one plays the host as we try some specialty dishes together? One must profess great
You just
interest
reached the
in
halfway
trying
point of the
all
quest.
bouche.
Don't say that. Don't say that to me.
Perhaps you have forgotten, Cloud Retainer, but I once tried my hand at that dish.
Yo.
You were at the table on that occasion, so logic dictates that you should have already tried it.
She didn't eat his bamboo shoot soup. For shame.
Oh? What occasion was this?
The Traveler's my favorite third wheel,
It was a reunion
for
between
real.
friends several centuries ago. Alas, you must have been too preoccupied to secure yourself a portion. Or perhaps our other companions simply availed themselves of faster reflexes on that occasion.
Huh, hardly. 'Twas most certainly out of consideration
Twas.
for the others in attendance. In but a moment, one will show you what it means to have a true deftness of hand. It is settled
Sure.
then. Bamboo shoot soup, mora meat, crab roe tofu, triple layered consomme. We shall enjoy the lot. One has already passed
Great.
word to Xianyun Ganyu to make a reservation.
There's
It is
more?
prime time for them to meet one's newest disciple. Is that agreeable to everyone?
Oh, do we have to watch this?
It should be a most splendid occasion.
Thanks.
Come now, it is time to dine.
Just
This
say,
gentleman
just
over
say.
here is Mr. Zhang Li.
th-
He is.
Why'd they capitalize the H? Zhongli's Jesus. Oh boy.
A humble employee
him.
of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Zhongli.
That's an interesting typo to make.
That should be everyone, right? Let's go!
Sounds good. Actually, Master, have you ever tried Adeptus' temptation? I heard it's impossible to stop eating after even just one bite. You know, 'cause...
That sounds rather implausible.
He...
Although with the right preparation,
Moments like these
certain
make me miss
dishes
the
can
black
be too
screen of
delicious
this
to
happened.
resist.
Please, please tell me it's just like, you go and eat with everyone and you have a great time.
Why are you all walking so fast? Hey, wait for Paimon!
You're literally floating there, standing still. Of course you're getting left behind.
Hey, wait up!
Shush! Oh my gosh, it's over. That was... Oh, that dragged. Holy smokes. It's finally over. Can't wait for Act 2. Shut. No. Literally, nothing happened. That whole quest. Nothing happened. Except for the cutscene. That was the only thing interesting that happened. Also, like, I literally only put my hands on my keyboard for about, like, 3 minutes that whole time. Like, I didn't get to play. I just had to sit there and listen to that.
Quit following.
I'm so tired. That was so long-winded. They really had to hit the word count on the essay, didn't they? Okay. So... Genshin is the best visual novel. Is it the best? I'm not sure about that. Best is an interesting choice of words there. But yeah. Okay, well, we have 13 days left on this, so I'm probably gonna stream that next week, and it's gonna have less Cloud Retainer in it, so it's going to be better. Honestly, that was honestly one of the most boring quests in this game. Oh, and I thought we were getting better with the Fontaine stuff. The Fontaine quests have been great, but alas. We lived. We did survive. So, sometimes that's all you can ask for. Genshin is the visual novel. Yeah. Honestly, if the other, like, if, like, the Archon quests and stuff weren't, like, getting so good, I probably would have dropped this game because of this. But, like, they've added more characters that I actually
There's no
like.
such thing as pure freedom in this
Which
world.
I appreciate.
Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Like, I like all of the Fontaine characters. I have not been bored by anybody. And then they were like, Cloud Retainer. I'm like, oh my gosh. You were doing so good. Oh, okay. Well, I have a social gathering coming up in, like, an hour and a half. So, I'm gonna go sit in silence. I'm gonna go sit in silence before I have to listen to more words. So yeah. Gaming is cool. Yes, I can't wait to see him. And I honestly, I am excited about Lantern Rite. I am. Lantern Rite is always good. But yeah, that was something. Good luck with recharging. Thank you. Luckily, it's a social gathering that I actually like to go to, so it's not like I'm gonna be suffering even more. But yeah. Anyway, even if the quest took a very long time and my brain is mush, I still had fun. I had fun making fun of it with you guys. Hope it goes better than this. It better. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Yeah. I still had fun. In a weird, twisted way. But we do have Honkai Star Rail tomorrow. We're gonna finish the Penacony quest. So, better things are on the horizon. Talk like Xianyun the whole gathering. I don't think I'm physically capable of that. Honestly. Oh boy. Well, alright, everybody. I am going to go ahead and call it here. I hope you all have a good rest of your day, as always. And I will see you all tomorrow for Penacony Quest continuation. Which won't hurt my feelings at all, I am sure. But, yeah. So, I'll see you tomorrow, or I'll see you whenever. But yeah. That's all I have for you guys today. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Geekling signing off. Bye.